A lot to talk about today on the program. My name is Brian Craig. I host a morning radio show that's on 6 radio stations. We live stream on YouTube. And I did a poll today on YouTube Shorts on which hat I should wear. And this is the one that won out. Trump DeSantis 2024. That's right. Oh, man. Tomorrow, you ready? Blue Flush is tomorrow. The Red Tsunami, that's tomorrow. We've been waiting for it. Here it is tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting week, unless you're a Democrat. Democrats are not going to have any fun this week. All right, here we go. It's showtime.
Granger.
Here we go.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh, man. What a great weekend we had, and a great week is ahead of us. Oh, man. Tomorrow is the Blue Flush. The Red Tsunami's tomorrow. Very exciting. I can't wait. We're going to have a great week, people. We're going to have a great week. The weekend was spectacular. Multiple Trump rallies. The rallies are not done. We've got more rallies coming. I'm going to talk about the comments that President Trump made at the rally Saturday night about Ron DeSantis, and then what happened in Miami last night. I want to play you all the sound bites, but I'll get to the end before I walk through it. There is no feud between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, okay? These guys are brothers by other mothers, but they're brothers. These guys are best friends, besties. They really, it's amazing. So I'm sorry to tell you never Trumpers out there and you Democrats, there is no feud between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. I'm going to get into that as we go on today. But and I'm also going to go through some of the polls. I'm going to go through the latest, most updated polls. And I'll tell you, the defeat tomorrow night that the Democrats will be facing is going to be more devastating than anyone, even ourselves, me, you guys, realize. It's going to be a massive defeat for a whole bunch of reasons, and it's going to be very exciting. So I know you guys, like me, spent the weekend watching the Trump rallies, and they were great. Now, last night in Miami, I thought President Trump's speech in Miami was his best speech ever. What do you guys think? Especially at the end, when the dramatic movie score music comes on and he was talking over it. Oh, man. How many of you were tearing up during that? That was just beautiful and a perfect speech. It was unbelievably great. I loved it. I know you guys did too. But that was without question President Trump's best speech ever. I listened to every second of it. I didn't even walk away to go to the bathroom or get a drink. I stayed there. You know what? It flew by too. I don't even know how long he spoke in Miami. Do you? It went by so quick. And he was hitting on all the important topics and issues and subjects and candidates. And he endorsed Ron DeSantis in that rally. So it was just amazing last night in Miami. And I know a lot of you in this audience, because it was here in sunny South Florida, were probably there. So if you went to the Miami Trump rally, you're welcome to call in today. Our number's toll free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. If you're new to the program, welcome. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And we, of course, are here weekday mornings. And we'll be live, of course, the morning after the Red Tsunami and Blue Flush, processing everything that happens tomorrow night. You won't want to miss that. We've just got an exciting week. But let's get right into it. So President Trump, in his rally speech on Saturday, made a comment about Ron DeSantis, and a lot of people were upset about this. It caught me off guard. In fact, I was watching on my television, and I didn't even notice it at first. I really didn't. And then I started getting DMs and text messages from people about it. My wife's the same thing. She was getting text messages and messages on social media about it, and we actually went and rewound it during the live speech to hear it again. I'm talking about the Ron DeSanctimonious comment of President Trump's. And I'm going to play you the audio of that. I listened to it. I rewound it then, and I listened to it twice. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why did he say that? What's going on? And there are some theories that I've read on social media, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But this morning, before I came in, when I'm doing my show prep in the morning and I'm getting together my audio sound bites, I went back to the rally speech from Saturday, and I picked up the audio. I took off the audio of when President Trump said Ron DeSanctimonious. I can hardly say it. It's not a real word, right? And I'm going to play it for you in just a moment, but when I pulled the audio, and everyone, yesterday, Sunday, social media was just melting down over this, right? I mean, people were just having meltdowns over this comment made by President Trump calling Ron DeSantis Ron DeSanctimonious. And when I got the audio this morning, it really, it was no big deal. I think much was made out of a little tiny thing, a mountain made out of a molehill. You know, it was just a little tiny little thing. It wasn't that big of a deal. And when I play this for you right now, I think it might be anticlimactic to you. And it seemed like a big deal, like, whoa, what's going on here? Because everyone was freaking out so much about it yesterday. But like I say, I just played it this morning when I went to the speech and pulled the audio so I could share the audio soundbite on the show, and it's not that big of a deal. Let's play it. This is the original comment from Saturday.
Trump at 71.
Oh, by the way, what he's doing here is he's going over polls, and he's going over the poll they did of who should be President Trump's running mate for 24. But listen to this.
Trump at 71. Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%. Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought.
Okay, so it was no big deal. It may have even been a slip of the tongue. Does it seem when you hear, I'll play it for you again, but does it sound to you like things were blown a little bit out of proportion?
Trump at 71. Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%.
That's it, Ron DeSanctimonious. Maybe President Trump, maybe he just misspoke. He was reading off the polls and the screen or a teleprompter or something when he said it. Maybe he just misspoke. Has anyone thought about that? But I don't think it's a big deal, especially now that I hear it again. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. By the way, President Trump endorsed Ron DeSantis at the Miami rally last night. But when you hear President Trump say that, what are your thoughts? Does it seem like a big deal? Yes or no? And if you think it is a big deal, what do you think drove Trump to say that? But the more I hear it, the more minor it sounds, and it very well could have been him just misspeaking from reading. You know, I misspeak when I'm reading stuff. You ever do that? Yeah. So let me hear your thoughts. Our number toll-free, no matter where you're listening to us at, by the way, our toll-free number works for you. It's 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. What are your thoughts on it? And then at the rally last night in Miami, President Trump came out and while he was endorsing Marco Rubio, endorsed Ron DeSantis. Listen.
People of Florida are going to re-elect the wonderful, the great friend of mine, Marco Rubio, to the United States Senate. Are you going to re-elect Ron DeSantis as your governor of your state?
There you have it. It's all over. There's no feud. There's no dust up. There's no jealousy. There's no animosity. They're still best buds. Now, after the first break, we'll take some calls, but I got a lot more to talk about. Here we are. I mean, this is a big day. This is the day before the blue flush, the day before the red tsunami. So we got a lot of topics to cover, but your thoughts are welcome. And anything you saw over the weekend, by the way, is fair game. There's so many. It's not open phones today. We want to keep it connected to the election. I really want to hear your calls and your thoughts on this. I got a text message from someone this morning before I left my house. People are text messaging me at crazy times. Someone sent me a text message This is like a text message to my cell phone at 4:25 a.m. Now, I get weird text messages and things like this at strange times because people know I'm up. But listen to this. It says, it's a friend of mine. They text, I was for Trump almost as early as you were. But this Ron DeSanctimonious crack really irked me. I'm waiting to hear your opinion. Well, I just gave my opinion. I want to hear yours at 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. And also, Alexa, play Oldies South Florida. There you go. Alexa, Volume 6. All right, now that I got everyone's device on. Oh, man. If you're on hold, stand by. The phones, they are ringing. I'm going to go to the calls after the break. But I really hope to hear your thoughts on this Ron DeSanctimonious Trump thing, especially after I just played the audio again. I think a lot of people that are upset about it probably haven't gone back to listen to it. They've just been listening to people talk and get upset about it. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. On the radio since 1977. Steve will be joining us in progress later on. My name is Brian Craig. Our number, 888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. Callers on hold, stand by. Back after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. 88.
Oh, man. Let me know what you guys think in the chat room. Yes or no? Do you think there's some problem with Trump and DeSantis? Yes or no? I say no. But I'm open to what you guys think. Yes or no? Is there a problem between Trump and DeSantis? Yeah. Oh, there's only one opening on the board. Oh, man. Oh, man. It very well, I don't see any yeses. It very well could have been him misspeaking. It really could have. It's very possible. Oh, man. I know. It's one of those things. Oh, every line is lit. And I don't know who's on hold. So, on this program, we take our calls screenless. I did a little poll on YouTube Shorts before I left this morning. Which hat should I wear? I had two choices. My MAGA hat or this one. And this one won out. At least by the time I was leaving the house. So. But I think this is a good choice today. Trump may have been testing the waters. He could have misspoke when he was doing the reading. Could have misspoke. How many times I do that? I misspeak all of the time. Yeah, I like this one. A listener gave me this hat. Gary from Coral Springs. He's one of my Patreon supporters. He sent me this hat. I like it. Make America Florida. It's a good one. It could have been a failed attempt at a nickname, who knows? Everyone's superior to Charlie Crist. That weirdo. He's just a weirdo. All right, we're getting ready to come back.
It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. We have a full board of calls. And in just a moment, I'm going to go to the calls, and all our calls are screenless. I've not answered any of these phones. I have no idea who is on hold. I will take them in the order in which they were received. But I first want to tell you guys about Tom Laporta and Laporta Contracting. You know, let me tell you, Tom Laporta, he's a great guy. He's a good MAGA guy, and he'll never sell you a roof you don't need. That's right. Maybe you just need a simple repair. I had a listener call me up a while back, and he had an HOA, big condo building, because Tom Laporta does every type of roof and structure, not just single-family homes, commercial properties, churches, but condos, HOAs, he has a specialty in. And one of our listeners that's on his HOA, they'd gotten estimates from other roofers before they called Tom Laporta, and they all told them they needed a whole new roof for their condo, which I can only imagine how much money that costs for a big condo building. Tom Laporta went out and said, you don't need a new roof, you just need some repairs. Isn't that amazing? That's right. You know, there's certain industries where, you know, you just assume that they're going to rip you off. I get it. I know what they are. But Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting will never sell you a roof you don't need. By the way, he's a general contractor, which means he handles everything. And he's a state of Florida roofing and general contractor, which is the highest level of contractor license in the state of Florida. He basically rebuilt Steve's entire house, roof, the drywall inside. He did an incredible amount of work. Even had to replace some of the walls in the home of Steve's house, and he did a miraculous job. And he covers the entire state of Florida. He went over to the Gulf Coast and helped a lot of our listeners over on the Gulf Coast of Florida after the recent hurricane. No matter where you are in Florida, Tom Laporta can help. This number rings directly to his cell phone, by the way. That's right, 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. Make sure you tell him you heard about him on the radio. Okay, I'm going to go to the phones. I would like to keep this conversation here in the beginning of the show focused in on the comment that President Trump made on Saturday that very well could have been him misspeaking. I want to hear your thoughts on it. All the calls are screenless. I've just put every caller on hold without answering the phone. I have no idea who's on hold and what they're going to say. All right? Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Gary from Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, Gary in Kentucky. What say you?
I know exactly what he meant. The last press conference that Nancy Pelosi had, she called all Republicans sanctimonious. And so he...
Did she? Well, hold on. Slow down. So this was Nancy's last press conference before this bizarre incident with her husband while she was out of town?
It's just like a day ago.
Wow, I missed that. I did not see this. Nancy Pelosi called Republicans sanctimonious.
Yes, she did.
Wow.
He said that. When he said that, he said de-sanctimonious, talking about Ron, and that's what he meant. He meant it in a good way.
That's amazing. As much as Twitter was blowing up on this yesterday, I didn't hear anyone point that out. If anyone has that audio of Queen Nancy, get it to me. I'll play it on the air this morning. Wow, so that he was kind of like mocking her like the basket of deplorables. Or when he was saying that I'm the MAGA king, right? He was talking about that too.
Yeah, he meant it in a good way.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for the call, Kentucky. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is George, Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, George.
I'm looking at it from a very simple point of view. The Santis is 2 syllables, sanctimonious is 5 syllables, and that cannot be a slip of the tongue. Maybe in private they call each other that, as buddies in a way, but...
Well, what the last caller said, George, when Nancy Pelosi called all Republicans sanctimonious, so I think maybe that was just a rip on Nancy Pelosi's ridiculous comment.
I feel better already.
Yeah, is that great? See, we settle everything on this program. Yeah, I told you guys, Trump does no wrong. He always knows. And even when people think Trump has said something that's going to do him in, it's, oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that or said that. You find out he's right at the end. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. This is John in Wellington.
Hey, John. What's up?
I was going to mention that Nancy Pelosi reference.
When did, by the way, when did Nancy say that?
This was a couple of days ago.
Was it before or after the incident with her husband?
I want to say it was just a little bit before, maybe a day or two. I could be mistaken. I don't really pay attention to things like that, but I hear it in passing. And when I heard President Trump call the governor Desanctimonious, that immediately popped back into my head. And also, it was a closed reference. It was something that only Republicans would understand, and it was a jab. If my opinion means anything, it was a jab at a very, very dear and close friend. The same way brothers and sisters throw barbs at each other.
Yeah.
The closest thing that I can compare it to, I was in the military for 20 years. All branches of the military are magnificent, but each branch harasses the other to a certain degree. And it's all done in fun, and it's all done with love. And I think that's what this was as well.
Well, I think we've cleared up the whole thing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. All right. Take care, John in Wellington. Yeah. You know, when I pulled the clip this morning to play, I was like, that's it. It seemed like such a bigger deal the other day because the Twitter media meltdowns. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Wallace from Kentucky.
Oh, 2 calls from Kentucky in a row. Hey, what's up, Wallace in Kentucky? What say you?
Yeah, I say Trump is a master at self-branding and advertising for free. I believe it's just to get people in the press talking about his possible Freudian slurs.
Well, his big expertise, even greater than developing and real estate, is marketing and branding. That's his major expertise.
And so he's in their brain for free. He's advertising for free, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't think it was any big deal either. It was a big nothing.
Right. He knew what he was doing.
All right. Hey, listen, appreciate the call, man. Take care. He knew what he was doing. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Sorry, my name's Rudy. I'm calling from Port St. Lucie.
All right. Port St. Lucie. What's up?
Yeah, they're right. It was a Nancy Pelosi reference, but I was just looking it up, and it looks like it goes back to 2017.
With Pelosi.
When she blasted the Republicans for being sanctimonious after the shooting at that softball game.
Oh yeah, when the Bernie Sanders campaign worker shot Steve Scalise.
And that's when she used that word. I'm surprised you brought it up now. But, and again, I kind of think it's also like a buddy thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they feel like they got it in the pocket. They're really close. They can mess around. They're very confident, and I think that's really what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of got both kind of got the same personality. I saw DeSantis down here in Port St. Lucie 2 days ago on Saturday. And he's awesome. I've never seen him in person. And he's not just great and all the stuff he's doing. He's a funny guy. He's very personable. You know what I mean? He was just throwing hats out in the audience and making kind of jokes and stuff, but they were all like really just very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah, so this is I know the Never Trumpers were getting all excited about this over the weekend. They're like, "Oh, we got him. The MAGA divide. They got him. Yeah, please."
They're always looking for something, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, Port St. Lucie, Colin is from MAGA country in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, we love it here, man. We love him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do too. All right. Take care, man. Thanks for the call. Oh, wow. Port St. Lucie, MAGA country. Oh, man. All right. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. By the way, on Saturday morning, I did a live stream watching the sunrise at Mar-a-Lago on my YouTube channel, Brian Craig on YouTube. If you did not get to experience that, go and do it. I spent 2.5 hours in front of Mar-a-Lago. I started at 6 in the morning when it was completely dark until long after the sun rose over the home of our great president. And if you watch that, we got to, those of you that were with me live, we got to experience the sunrise and watch it with President Trump because you know he's an early riser. It was pretty exciting. But go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I put a lot of content there. I live stream the radio show in the morning, and we have a very opinionated, often overly opinionated chat room there on YouTube during the radio show in the morning. I upload my podcast on my YouTube channel, and I do a lot of other content too, vlogging. Recent trip to MAGA Martin County, did a great vlog on that, and you see me do a lot of things on there. So it's Brian Craig on YouTube, and I even had the Secret Service roll up on me during that live stream, so check it out. We'll be back right after this. See me do a lot of things on there, so it's Brian Craig on YouTube, and I even had the Secret Service roll up on me during that live stream. All right, be right back, guys. We'll be back right after this.
Making morning radio great again. I think you're gonna really love it. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Alexa rocks, and now so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play Oldie South Florida.
Okay, playing it now.
Now, you've got the good time oldies, 95.3 and 96.9. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's going to be a bit breezy today. We're going to see daytime highs in the low 80s with a good chance of some scattered showers and downpours around. But the big news, subtropical storm Nicole just formed, and it looks like it will be impacting the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast and much of the state of Florida Wednesday and Thursday and even beyond. So we'll track it for you. I'm WPBF 25 First Warning meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies.
I'm back, guys. I got to put my mic back on. All right. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And everyone, please like the video. Liking the video helps me a lot. It really does. Let's see. What am I going to get into? I got so much to talk about today. Let's see. I almost don't know what topic to do next, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll always figure that out. I subscribed to Twitter Blue to get my blue check mark, and I don't have it yet. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about this Democrat that attacked a Zeldin supporter in New York. A man choked a woman. What a scummy, scummy guy. Where am I here? I mean, it's pretty brutal. I watched the video, and I actually tweeted the still picture of it. It's pretty brutal. Oh, my wife Kathy is up. Main Street Moment. She's up early today. See, she's feeling a little bit better. That is awesome. Yeah, make sure you all like the video, okay? That helps me out a lot. It really does. It tells the YouTube, oh, the blue checks are after Tuesday. Well, I do like one thing about it, you know, the Twitter blue. Oh, I want my blue check mark. But, you know, Twitter denied me so many times. Now we know why. You had to pay bribes to the Twitter blue check mark people to get a blue check mark. Over $100,000 people were paying for blue check marks. Can you believe that? Now I know why they denied me. Twitter blue check mark. No, but when you like the video, it tells the infamous YouTube algorithm to recommend this video and my other content to people that have not yet found my channel. And everyone, please subscribe if you're new. And if you're already subscribed, go and check and make sure you are. Because a lot of times people think they're subscribed and they're not because you watch my videos regularly. I pop up in your recommendations, and you very well may not be subscribed. So make sure you are subscribed if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, this is an exciting week. Oh, man. I'm so excited. Also, guys, this story that came out, which seems to be pretty official, that Trump's going to announce on November 14th, is there a significance to that date? November 14th. What is the significance of November 14th that that's the day that Trump's going to announce he's running? I don't know what the significance of the date is. Tom Laporta from Laporta Contracting. Who was asking for that? Barbara. Yeah, and his number is 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602. Well, we're moving in a few weeks to a new studio. And so I don't know if the sign's going to make it back up. It keeps falling down.
You're saying it, Greg, and yes, you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you use less detergent.
Get out of town.
And harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet. Now you're saying it. You bet I am, Greg.
Well, other than being after the midterms, is there a significance to the date?
Water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com. Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make a plan and know your zone.
All right, we're coming back.
Evacuation. Have a plan to go to a shelter, hotel, or stay with a family or friends. If you're ordered to evacuate, you need to leave. You can rebuild your home, but you cannot rebuild your life. This hurricane season, know your zone. Know your home. Learn more at floridadisaster.org. This message is sponsored by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show, celebrating 45 years on the air.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. There was only one opening on our board at 1-888-GO. Kane 1-888-465-2631. I want to throw this question out to you guys. It came out over the weekend that President Trump is going to announce he's running in 2024 on November 14th. Does anyone know this? Is there a significance to November 14th of all days that he's going to announce on that day? Let me know if you know of any significance to President Trump announcing on November 14th. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Jim in Cincinnati. Good morning.
Hey, Jim.
What a great week we're about to.
Oh man, I know, the blue flush.
Right, or the red flash. What I was told over the weekend regarding the date, 11, 14, 22 adds up to 47.
11 plus 14 plus 22 equals 47.
This is what I'm told. Something regarding the date adding up corresponds to being the 47th.
Isn't that something? So is that's interesting. Is President Trump into numerology, or is there some? You know,
no, he's not. You know him. He doesn't give the method to his madnesses. I think this is that answer to me sounded almost.
Well, no, I'm not into numerology. I can barely remember how old I am, but that makes sense. So, President Trump, it came out on Friday by multiple sources, Steve Bannon and others, that he's going to announce he's running on November 14th. So, for you liberals out there, November is the 11th month. All right, so 11 plus 14 plus 22 from the year equals 47. That's pretty cool.
It is. I'm being 40 miles down from his rally tonight. I think I'm going to get up there.
Oh yeah, good for you. Have you been to a Trump rally before?
I was at the last rally he held before the election.
Yeah. Well, every MAGA person should go to a rally. So it looks like we figured out that the Ron DeSanctimonious, that Nancy Pelosi was calling Ron DeSantis and other MAGA Republicans sanctimonious in the last press conference she had before her husband's incident?
Well, there is something that Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump absolutely knew before Donald Trump said that. You know that Ron DeSantis knew he was going to be at the Miami rally well over a week ago. Obviously, Donald Trump knew it. They're not going to sabotage each other.
Yeah.
Way. This is something that's meant to take our minds off of the reality of.
Yeah. Well, listen, I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. See, I tell you, we've got a smart. Who needs Google? Who needs the internet? We get all the answers from our listeners who are an encyclopedia of knowledge and information. There's only one opening on the board. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Jim from North Carolina.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? Knowing how slick Trump is. I mean, you notice how he always says in his rallies that he said, you pick one word and they're going to make big news out of it. I think he was trolling the media just to say that and make a point, say, see, I told you. I say one word and they're going to make a big thing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to say that. I bet you he says that in his next rally. He's going to point it out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, last night in Miami, he endorsed Ron DeSantis right in the beginning of the rally. So
I watched it. Yeah, it was a great rally.
now let me ask you, because I watch pretty much every Trump rally. I can't say that I've seen every single one, but I've probably seen. I might have seen 99% of them. You know what I mean? There was like one I was traveling or something. You know. Out of all of and I've literally seen hundreds of speeches by President Trump. So last night's in Miami, in particular the end when the music came on, I think that was his best speech ever.
Yeah, he's done that for the last 4 or 5 rallies at least. And it's a great addition. It gives you the dark side, and then he brings it up, points out what's coming up. It's going to be good, but he reminds people how it is to keep it hot on their minds. I'm telling you, with that troll thing, I tell you, he was trolling the media on that.
He has always been, even before he came down the escalator, he's always known how to manipulate the media. I mean, you know, that is what I could be wrong about this, and President Trump may disagree with me on this, and if he did that, then I'd be wrong, you know, because he's always right. But I think his greatest talent is his ability to brand and market more than anything else, because he's so good at it.
I think at his next rally, he's probably going to point it out to prove his point of how media.
We'll find out real quick, because that's today, right? So we're going to find. Hey, listen, thanks for the call. Those of you that listen to us on the radio here in South Florida, I know that we get calls from all over America and the world. And a lot of people that are just finding the show on our radio stations here on Oldies South Florida and True Oldies may think this is a nationally syndicated show. We are live and local right here in South Florida, and I'm broadcasting from Boca, and in a few weeks I'm going to be moving up to the West Palm Beach studios. But we are live and local here in South Florida. We have a lot of people that listen to us online, watch on YouTube, listen on Alexa and iHeartRadio and all the different ways. So we get calls from all over America and the world, but we are live and local right here in South Florida. Our number 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Only one opening on the board. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
JP from Texas.
Hey, Texas.
Hey, man, you know what? I was just thinking after, when he first said it, I got mad at Trump because I thought the timing was bad. But after I started thinking about it, the thing about MAGA people, we embrace those words, deplorable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a slight.
I learned from callers this morning, I did not know this, that Nancy Pelosi called MAGA Republicans sanctimonious right before her husband's incident with this weirdo guy. So that's it. Obviously, was him making fun about that. Like, if you remember, he was talking. I can't remember if it was in Miami or Saturday night. I can't remember which one it was, but he was talking. Well, I guess I'm the great MAGA king. Remember, he went on this whole rap about that. I mean, anything that they call us, we embrace it and make it a part of our identity.
Remember, he called Marco Rubio Little Marco.
That's right.
So we embrace it. Anyway.
Hey, well, listen, I welcome and thanks for the call. Yeah. All right. What time is it? I do not have my my normal clock that I use when I'm on the radio. I forgot today, so I'm using an alternate clock, and it's a little difficult for me to keep track of the time. By the way, it is Christmas shopping season right now. Go to mypillow.com. There are great Christmas gifts at mypillow.com. The MyPillow bathrobe. I have one. My wife has one. The MyPillow bathrobe makes a great Christmas gift. I brought my MyPillow bathrobe into the radio station this morning so I could show everyone on YouTube. But the MyPillow bathrobe makes a great Christmas gift. It is 50% off. I have the heavy one. There's a lighter robe, all colors, all sizes. They even have pink for the ladies, many new colors. The MyPillow bathrobe makes a great Christmas gift, and it is 50% off with our promo code Kane at checkout at mypillow.com. 50% off the MyPillow bathrobe. Also, there's a great deal. The MyPillow coffee at mypillow.com, 50% off with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You can take advantage of all the specials at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane, Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. Back after this. With our promo code Kane, Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. Back after this.
The cold.
Yeah, I usually have a little digital clock on the board, and I forgot it today. I don't have it. And so I got to use this clock on my iPad, so I've been missing the break time. Yeah, this is my 50% off the MyPillow bathrobe. And just so you know, here's the MyPillow tag. 50% off. This is the lowest price ever on the MyPillow bathrobe. And it's a great way to support the show and all of my content. And the MyPillow My Coffee not only is 50% off. I was up against the break, so I didn't get to finish telling you. If you get the MyPillow My Coffee at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane, Kane, you get a free travel MyPillow, the MyPillow Go Anywhere pillow. So you get 50% off the coffee, and you get the free Go Anywhere travel MyPillow. And the MyPillow coffee comes in whole bean, ground, and even the Keurig cups. So it's a great deal. Use my promo code Kane. And the bathrobes are spectacular. I mean, they're just spectacular. I love mine. And they make great Christmas gifts. Last Christmas, they ran out, so you don't want to waste too much time. You want to get those as soon as you can. Oh, man. What an exciting day. Man, oh, man. Oh, yeah, there's great deals on the sheets, pillows, and towels, too. Oh, man. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video. Yeah, the countdown to the blue flush. How exciting. Yes or no? Are you going to stay up all night tomorrow night watching the returns? Yes or no? Stay up all night. You won't be able to go to sleep unless you see the returns. It's at mypillow.com, JP. It's right on the front page at mypillow.com, the My Coffee link. Yeah, it's right there on the front. So if you go to mypillow.com, it's right there. And you get, save 50% off with my promo code Kane, and you get the free Go Anywhere MyPillow. So it's right there. So just go to mypillow.com, and it's right there on the front page, the coffee. Pretty good deal. Yeah, Kathy, my wife, if you're still in the chat room, make sure you order us some of the Keurig cups. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Oh, man. I'm so excited. This is a great week. It is a great week. Well, thank you, JP. No, we're coming back already.
Steve Kane Show is on the air.
Yes, it is. My name is Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show. Steve will be joining us a little bit later in the next hour. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. We got a lot out there on the table, and this is just an exciting week, no doubt about it. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's Yumari from Miami.
All right, Miami. What's up, Miami?
Oh, man. Oh, Brian. Oh, man.
Yesterday, I think she was at the rally.
It was amazing.
I'm assuming you were at the rally by the excitement in your voice.
Yes, exactly. I was at the rally. I told you I was going to go. It was like, I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it was and how the people were so riled up with him. Everybody was so happy to be there. He spoke about Latinos. He talked about Michael Rubio. He talked about the whole red amazing tsunami that's going to happen tomorrow. And everybody there had chills. When it began to rain, that man stood there with us in the rain. He took off his hat. He ran his fingers through his hair, and he just let that rain just come down on him. And we were like, people didn't even know each other. We were hugging each other, and I cried. It was amazing.
Well, that's what. Anytime you go to a Trump rally, it's like everybody knows each other. It's it's a brotherhood. It's a sisterhood. And I'll tell you what I was really impressed with was Marco Rubio. When Marco Rubio came up with President Trump, he's really come along. I would say Marco Rubio has grown up. He was very, very good in his little speech that he gave with President Trump.
Oh yes, he stepped up. He stepped up about 10 notches, and everybody was so happy with him as well. And he talked about it. He said he didn't like me very much, but we became friends, and we're the best of friends already.
That's right.
It was like, yeah. He also mentioned twice. He said the Miami rally was the best rally he's been yet.
Yeah, and that rally, that speech last night, I got to tell you, that was the best Trump speech I've ever heard. And what was it like for you at the end when the music came on and he was talking through the music?
I've seen the music come on in the last few rallies, and it just makes my body tremble. And to hear the things, the way he says it, now the audio went off because of the rain, and everybody started going, because people were talking and we're like, shut up, shut up. Everybody wanted to hear what he had to say. And then finally the audio came on, and I guess the teleprompter went off too, because he goes, thank goodness I have a good mind, because I can't read these things. And we're just laughing.
Yeah, it was great. Now how close were you to the stage?
I was about 5 rows.
Wow. When did you get there for that?
7 o'clock in the morning.
What time?
7.
7 o'clock in the morning. That's not bad. That's not bad. You did good. It was worth it. I'll tell you, when you go to a Trump rally, and I've been to Trump rallies indoors and outdoors, good weather and bad, and it can be tiring. You're there all day, the heat, the rain, the crowd, the claustrophobia, lack of oxygen, and it's exhausting. And when Trump gets there, though, it's like an energy drink, whatever they give Biden so we can talk for 5 minutes. I mean, you're energized. You forget that you're tired, that you're wet, that you're heat exposure. You forget all about it, and you feel like you just rolled out of bed filled with energy.
Yes, exactly, Brian. And he did say it. He goes, do you guys think Biden would be up here right now? We're like, no.
I saw that, yeah.
There was people that couldn't even get in. There was like 1,000 more people that couldn't get in, Brian. They were behind us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you got in. That's great. Was it your first rally? You've been to other rallies?
No, that's my second. I went to one in 2020, but this one by far, I even cried. This one by far was the most emotional, the most powerful one he ever had.
Yeah. I wonder if he flew in his helicopter from Mar-a-Lago.
He flew in. He did.
Did you see the helicopter?
We didn't get to see it because Miami Airport is like close by.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lieutenant for the Miami-Dade Police Department. he was there at the helicopter. So he made a video for me when he got into it.
Oh, so it was Trump's personal helicopter, which is beautiful with a big window on the side that he waves out of.
Yes, it's gorgeous. And also, I got a picture with Mike Lindell. He was there too.
Oh, great. Yeah, I saw Mike Lindell there. That's awesome. Great, great, great. Well, thanks so much. I'm glad you had a great time at the rally.
You're welcome. And shout out to everybody in the opinionated chat.
Yeah, all right. Overly opinionated. All right, take care, take care. Oh, man. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Hear the excitement. These rallies are so awesome. I feel so sorry for people that have not been to one. And, you know, one thing you don't see at the rallies anymore, we haven't seen in a long time, where are the hecklers? When's the last time you heard, I love it when Trump says, go home to mommy. When's the last time you've heard that? Oh, man, what an exciting, exciting way to start the week. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Morning, Brian. It's Christine in PA.
Hey, Christine, you were at the Pennsylvania Ron DeSanctimonious rally.
Yes, I was, and here's my weigh-in. I believe that he was just saying that to be facetious and sarcastic, and it was all in lovely banter play. And that's what I got from it, being there in person.
Now, when he said Ron DeSanctimonious, did you notice it when you were there during the rally, or did you find out about it later? Did it register with you?
Actually, it did not register to me until later when it was brought to my attention.
Yeah.
But with him saying it, he was going down the line of everybody, like when he talked about Pelosi and Pence and all of them, and he was just being facetious and sarcastic. I don't think it was anything negative to Ron DeSantis, and now that someone pointed that out about Nancy saying that Republicans are de-sanctimonious, that would completely make a whole lot of sense of why he said it.
Yeah, so how was the rally experience?
Oh my goodness, people were crying. You were just acting humory. My shout out to you, sister. What was it like with the music in the background? Well, I'm going to tell you, that music has people brought to tears. It's my second rally, but this one here is resonating so much with everyone because we are all hurting and we feel this pain that only President Trump can help us get out of. You know, I believe God is using him to help us, and I believe that he's going to continue to use him. He's a great man. He's for the people, and he loves us, and he loves his country.
Oh, yeah. And you got to see, in the Pennsylvania rally, he flew in on Trump Force One. Is that plane beautiful? And when Trump Force One came in, what was that like, to see him come in on his own plane?
Let me tell you, I had chills. That plane is so big, and I couldn't get a whole picture of it. But I sent Kathy a photo, and I'm going to send her the back with the American flag on the tail. But watching them come down the ladder, the ramp thing that they come off the plane with, was just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Like nothing I've ever seen.
You know, these other presidents, when they're out of office, they got to hitch rides with upstanding people like Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. You know, President Trump has his own plane. He doesn't have to hitch rides with rapists and pedos like Bill Clinton and the other ex-presidents.
Exactly.
All right, Christine, take care. Thanks for the call. Oh, man. You too, you too. Yeah, you know, I made a YouTube video of President Trump's plane, Trump Force One, and I went to the airport, it was a couple weeks ago, here in Palm Beach, and I had the plane all to myself. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I made a great video, got great pictures, and let me tell you, that was my first time seeing President Trump's plane. It is so beautiful in person. You know, I'm so glad. The calls today have been refreshing. The show's only just started. We've got 2 hours to go. We're here till 9 weekday mornings. But, you know, the calls, this little MAGA divide that they tried to pull here did not work. And I'm so glad that there has not been a single caller today who's had any concerns about some MAGA divide between Governor DeSantis and Donald Trump. These guys are tight. Oh, man. I'm just so excited. Now, in the next hour, I've got more things to get into. I'm going to go through some of the latest polls as well. And the Democrats are getting violent all over the country, too. A lot of crazy things happen. Now, other than watch Trump rallies all weekend, I got acupuncture over the weekend for the first time with Dr. Appleton. You know, I was telling you guys last week that my mouse finger or trigger finger that I've been suffering from massive pain from. And I went and saw Dr. Appleton Saturday morning, and he examined me and gave me some really bad news. I have arthritis in my finger, and it hurts. And he did two things. He did at the same time that he did the laser away pain treatment, which rid me of my knee pain, and he did acupuncture at the same time as I was getting the laser away pain. If you go to my Instagram, I took a picture of me getting the laser away pain treatment and acupuncture at the same time. And I got to tell you, Dr. Appleton is a miracle worker. I'm 2 days out now from just one treatment with Dr. Appleton for the pain in my finger, which is really severe arthritic pain. And I have no pain this morning in my finger. I could not bend my finger like I'm doing it now on Friday before the treatment without being in massive pain. And it's amazing. I'm going to go for a follow-up treatment sometime this week whenever I get the chance. No appointments necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. And Dr. Appleton wanted me to make this announcement this morning. This is amazing. Free acupuncture if you go in for the laser away pain treatment. That's right. You go in to see Dr. Appleton for the laser away pain treatment, and you get free acupuncture. And I've never had acupuncture before. I've heard about it. I know what it is. I've always been quite skeptical. But I'm pain-free in my finger this morning, and on Friday's show, I was in a lot of pain. Oh, man, was I in a lot of pain with this finger. Wow. The laser away pain system of Dr. Appleton works, and he is a maestro when it comes to the acupuncture. Give him a call. It's a free consultation. If you mention you heard about him on the radio, he's open Monday through Saturday. Appointments are not necessary, and walk-ins are welcome. Here's his number, 954-973-0710. And remember, if you the laser away pain system works on all types of pain. If you go in for the laser away pain treatment, Dr. Appleton will give you acupuncture at no charge, free acupuncture with your laser away pain treatment. 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. And online, AppletonCairo.com. Go to my Instagram, Brian Craig Show on Instagram, and you can see the picture of me getting the laser away pain treatment with acupuncture at the same time. Callers on hold, stand by. We're going to take our top of the hour break and back with your calls after this. A laser away pain treatment with acupuncture. Yeah, have you guys seen that? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I'm in shock. I'm in shock. It's amazing. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. So in the next hour, I'm going to take more calls, and all the calls I take are screenless, okay? I don't know who's on hold. I don't know what they're going to talk about, so which makes the show, I think, more interesting for me and you. But I'm going to talk. Democrats are on the move and attacking. Did you see a man choked a woman at a Zeldin event in New York? A Democrat man choked a conservative Zeldin supporter woman, and it was brutal. I retweeted a still picture of it, and it is. I'm not going to. You can go on my. You can go on my Twitter and see that picture. It is just awful. But I'll read through the story a little bit when we get back. And there's only one opening on the board at 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. I mean, you look, the Democrats beat. I'm going to talk about this on the air, on the radio when we get back from the break. But remember the Marco Rubio, Ron DeSantis canvasser was beaten to a pulp, requiring facial reconstruction, constructive surgery, and internal bleeding when the Democrats attacked him in Miami. I mean, this is nuts what's going on. Carrie Lake's office over the weekend was attacked with the white powder. And now a Republican attacked, a Democrat man chokes a Republican woman in New York in the middle of the day in front of everyone. I mean, this is nuts. The left are animals. I mean, they're lunatics and animals. I mean, this is just outrageous. Yeah. It's pretty brutal. You gotta see it. I mean, it's just. I'm gonna read through the story when we get back, and then I'll take some more calls. But man, if you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And has everyone liked the video? Please do that. Getting text messages from Steve. Oh, man. Where am I? Where's the story? Here's the story. This is insane. I tell you, Democrats are just animals. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. All right, we're getting ready to come back. Yeah, I don't have my regular clock here, so I'm having a hard time coordinating with the board ops for the break times. I've been off on every break so far. Right.
Opinions are like everyone's got one. Get yours in The Steve Kane Show.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. Only one opening on the board. This is the morning before the blue flush. This is the morning before the red tsunami. We're celebrating here. Only one opening on our very busy boards at 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. Before I go back to the calls, stand by. Just a terrible thing happened in New York. A Zeldin supporter, Zeldin's the Republican who's expected to win the governor's race in New York tomorrow. Zeldin supporter is choked at Governor Hochul's campaign as the Republican woman protested against the crime wave in New York. So a woman is at a Governor Hochul event, so she's a Republican woman. She's at a Governor Hochul event, and she is protesting the Democrats' soft on crime stance. So what happens? A Democrat man and supporter of Governor Hochul, the Democrat, went up to this woman and choked her bad. I mean, violently choked the woman just because she's a Republican. A woman protesting at a Manhattan rally for Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul was choked by another person in attendance Saturday evening, footage shows. And again, she was choked by a man, this woman, which makes it worse. The video shows the moments when a supporter of Republican gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin was attacked by at least two people while protesting the Democrat governor's campaign appearance. My goodness. Hochul was holding an event alongside Andy Cohen from Bravo, the Housewives shows. In the video, a man, a big man too, in shorts and a plaid shirt can be seen choking the woman, who has been identified as Angelica Torres, who was wearing a black sweatshirt. And, the woman, she's Hispanic. It's hard to tell in this picture. She may be biracial and African American, too. I don't know. Also involved in the physical altercation was Councilwoman Crystal Hudson, a Democrat. So we got an elected Democrat and this lunatic Democrat man physically attack a woman because she's a Republican and choke her. An individual who spoke with Torres after she was choked said she claimed she never wanted to get physical. I was just here holding my sign, and it was a peaceful protest against Governor Hochul. And a woman, a very large, heavy-set woman, and a man came and took my sign and choked me. As I was trying to retrieve my sign that the woman took, there was a man that came and choked me. There were two other people that were coming and preventing me from trying to get my sign. So this was a mob attack by Democrats on this conservative woman in New York at the Hochul event. Torres was seen wearing a Vote Them Out sign with pictures of Hochul and other Democrats. Oh my goodness. She spoke with Fox News on Sunday saying she was upset she was attacked for having a difference of opinion. Well, that's how the tolerant left are. The tolerant left are so tolerant they can't tolerate anyone who dare disagrees with them. My goodness. Whew. The initial video shows that the woman being choked is just 24 seconds long. Let me tell you, if you've ever been choked before in a fight, I've been in fights and I've had choking going on, 24 seconds is a lifetime. Wow. So, yeah, and what happened to these people? Were they arrested? I don't see anything here. Were they arrested? Did they get released the same day? Were they even arrested? And what about Governor Hochul? What does she have to say for her violent supporters? All right, let's go to our phones. 1-888-GO-KANE-1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Conservative Doug.
Yes.
These damn Democrats, so I was wondering, is there no Republican men around to protect that?
Well, what about a decent Democrat? Let me tell you something. If I'm anywhere and I see a woman attacked by a mob and a man chokes her, I don't care if she's a registered whatever. I'm going to go and intervene and help defend a woman against a physical choking attack by a man, regardless of party affiliation. My goodness, who would do such a thing? And all these people, by the way, where are the men and the police?
There's a lot these days. Nobody wants to get involved. They're afraid to get sued or something.
Afraid to get sued? There's a woman being choked by a man. She's being attacked by another group.
This is terrible. Anyway, when I heard Ron DeSantis being called sanctimonious, I said, come on, I can't believe that. That's from what I knew, that was not a good thing to say. So I looked it up. There's some other definitions to sanctimonious, like superior.
I don't know. I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored with the call. But anyway, take care, Doug. I don't need to read. I don't need people reading me definitions. What we found out in the first hour from some very well-informed callers to this program is that in Nancy Pelosi's last speech before her husband's 2:30 a.m. incident, she called all MAGA Republicans sanctimonious, and Trump was doing a play off of that. Oh my goodness. If for example, at this great rally in Miami last night, this great Trump MAGA rally, if a man started choking a woman at that rally who was a Green Party Democrat lunatic, do you think that crowd would let that happen? Hell no, they wouldn't. They'd put a stop to it, and they would hold the guy that did the choking, even if he was a MAGA guy in a MAGA hat, until the police came to arrest him. Democrats are animals, people. They're animals. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is me, Richie.
Hey, Richie the bus driver. What's up?
Okay, the call that was exactly about this topic. This is all the excuses for what happened with DeSantis is an excuse. A week ago on Martha Raddatz, and that's why I was trying to call you last week, on Martha Raddatz, Chris Christie said that President Trump wasn't going to go to Florida and he wasn't going to go to Illinois because the guy in Illinois did not support him. And Chris Christie tried to make him look small. Now, if you remember
Well, Chris Christie makes everyone look small next to him.
The debate, Ron DeSantis, the debate, he wouldn't answer yes or no running for president. And I'm sure President Trump saw that. But the fact of the matter is that when President Trump decided Sunday afternoon, I'm going to Florida, he never said anything.
What do you mean he's going to Florida? This rally in Miami was announced a long time ago, and he lives in Florida. President Trump came from his house.
He never invited DeSantis to that rally.
DeSantis had a series of campaign events, not just for himself, but for other candidates, yesterday, scheduled long ago, all up the Gulf Coast.
But I got to tell you something. It looked awful odd. It's like me inviting everybody to a birthday party, except like if you and I were best friends, and you found out I invited everybody but you to a birthday party.
How do you know he wasn't invited?
DeSantis' people said.
Did DeSantis or Trump say it? Okay, so we don't know.
His people.
I don't know about his people. I don't know who his people are. I'm talking. Listen, Ron DeSantis had long ago had a series of events scheduled on the Gulf Coast with not just for himself, but other people running in those very important races. There was a conflict. The governor of Ohio didn't go to the J.D. Vance rally.
I think that was a sarcastic crack made on purpose. No, whether it means anything or not, I just don't think. I know that President Trump is a little too smart to all of a sudden come up with something like that. I think there's a little rift. I think they'll.
What are you talking about? He endorsed him in Miami last night.
Yeah, but he creamed all over Marco Rubio, and then he just mentioned him. You know,
it was a Marco Rubio rally who needs help against this lunatic Val Demings.
Oh, I know that. I know that. But anyway, that's what I was trying to call you last week, and that was what that was.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. All right. Richie the bus driver, take care. All right. Now, listen, if you're on hold, stand by. We're coming up against our break. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. If you're on hold, stand by. The phones are very busy today. It may be difficult to get in, but keep trying. There is an opening at 1-888-465-2631. Steve will be joining us at the bottom of the hour break, and this is just an exciting day. I think we've totally cleared up the whole misunderstanding about this Ron DeSanctimonious thing. There was never a rift. It was a play on Nancy Pelosi's comments. But if you have some thoughts on it, they're certainly welcome on the program. We'll be back with your calls after this. Thing. There was never a rift. It was a play on Nancy Pelosi's comments. But if you have some thoughts on it, they're certainly welcome on the program. We'll be back with your calls after this. All right. Those of you new here, please subscribe. And everyone, if you could like the video, if you've not already done it. Oh, man. Let's see. So that story about the woman getting choked at the Kathy Hochul rally, I mean, that's just disgusting. I would be so pissed off if something like that happened with MAGA people and no one stood up to defend that woman. Wouldn't you guys? I'd be so upset about that. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a big story today about Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro. They're about ready to part ways. There's so much going on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. This hat fits really good. The last time I wore this hat, it's adjusted before I got a haircut, so it's a little big on me today. Hey, tell me in the chat, yes or no, have you been to a Trump rally, yes or no? Wow. Wow. Great. Great, great, great. Oh, man. I am starving. And I can't eat till like long after the show. I got so much going on this morning. Some no's, a lot of yeses. Oh, you led the boat parades. I cannot wait for the next boat parade in Jupiter for Trump. I love the Trump boat parades. Those are so awesome. The boat parade we had in Palm Beach County in Jupiter was just, it was a magical event. Yes, yes. I'm Brian. You're listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show. We're joined by Steve Kane. And Steve, before we get started, a couple things. Callers on hold, stand by. We'll go to the calls in just a moment. But, you know, we got our cruise coming up. It's right around the corner in January, which you're all invited, by the way, to. We'll talk about that later. But we had some concern about you and the cruise because of your neuropathy until we found Lighthouse Medical Center in Pompano. Steve, can you tell people, I mean, you had every neuropathy symptom there is. You were bedridden before this. Can you tell people about how well you are doing today since your treatment for neuropathy at Lighthouse Medical Center?
The symptoms have been building. And there are unique symptoms to neuropathy. I mean, it's a numbness, it's a painful tingling, it interferes with your balance.
Oh, yeah.
And I was concerned, you know, with the cruise coming up, there's a certain amount of movement involved in the cruise. I was worried what I was going to do, and then we found the good folks at Lighthouse Medical, and they have a treatment exclusively for neuropathy. It is a wonderfully effective treatment. And I don't worry about the cruise now at all because I know I'm going to be great. My neuropathy symptoms have disappeared. And they get all the credit.
Yeah, well, let me tell you a couple things here about Lighthouse Medical Center, okay? With Steve with neuropathy. Steve's neuropathy was so bad he was bedridden. You went to doctors. You went to a neurologist who expertise is in these. And he said, there's no treatment. Go. Neuropathy's your life now. Go back to bed. Don't get out. You're done. And Lighthouse Medical Center, not just with Steve. I've talked to many listeners of this program who have gone to Lighthouse Medical for their neuropathy, and they've had the same results as Steve. There is treatment. There is help. And if you're out of town and not in South Florida, call them too. They very well can help you even if you're out of town and out of state. But we have listeners that drive over an hour each way to Lighthouse Medical Center because yeah, and our listeners drive over an hour each way in many instances because everyone will tell you there's no treatment for neuropathy. They have it. It's at Lighthouse Medical Center. You can find them online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com. Now, I'm going to give you the number. And again, like Steve said, make sure you mention you heard about them on the radio so you can take advantage of their no-charge consultation. Here's the number, 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. One more time. 754-222-6642. Well, we cleared it up. There's no feud between Trump and DeSantis. We got the whole thing cleared up.
Before you get too cocky about that, let me throw in a couple.
Now, here we go.
Thoughts. First of all, for those people that are compulsive watchers like I am, I was actually both of us because we were on the phone a lot this weekend. You get confused because there's so many things are said and you lose track of what was said on what day and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna, I don't have a definitive theory, but I'm gonna throw out a couple of facts which will probably set off people's memories for what occurred on television this weekend. I believe it was Friday when the initial...
No, Saturday. It was Saturday. Yeah, at the Pennsylvania rally.
At the Pennsylvania rally, that's when Trump made the nasty remark.
Nasty.
I mean, let me tell you something. I don't. Maybe it comes from being a talk host for 40 years, but I don't go so much by the words as I do by the tone. I listen a lot to the feeling state of what the caller is generating. And when Trump took that shot at DeSantis, it was very angry. I mean, he was angry. By the way, do you have that tape?
Yeah, and yeah, I do. And now before I play it, let me do a little setup. But let me tell you what happened. Okay, we found out something in the last hour. I'll just share with you. Multiple callers called in, and Nancy Pelosi. Well, maybe somebody else didn't. Nancy Pelosi, in her last press conference before her husband had his 2:30 a.m. incident, when she was out of town and not home, she called all MAGA Republicans sanctimonious. Okay, so they obviously play on that. Now this morning, it said that it was a play on that with Trump. But this morning, I went and grabbed the audio from the Pennsylvania rally, which I'm going to play for you now. And when I grabbed the audio and played it, as you'll hear in just a moment, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal. It sounds so minor. So I'm going to play it for you right now.
I set up going into it real quick.
And you're probably going to think the same thing. You'll think I got the wrong clip.
Let's see. Because what I heard, look, when Don gets angry, nobody doesn't like Don. I mean, you can tell it. He wears it. He's very demonstrative with his emotions. And when I heard the remark, I was uncomfortable, and you were uncomfortable too, because we talked about it, and we were confused a little bit. But there was anger in it. Listen for the anger.
You're not going to find it, but I'm going to play for you right now. Okay, here we go. This is the comment, and if you're looking for anger, I don't think you're going to find it. Listen.
Trump at 71, Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%, Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought.
That's it. That's the whole thing. There's no anger. That's it. You think it's? I know you'll think it's the wrong clip, but it's not. He said it once, and that's it from Pennsylvania. There's no anger, Steve. It's amazing. Listen, I'll play it again.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me play it again.
71, Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%, Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought.
Yeah, there's no anger there, Steve.
Well, I'll tell you where I think we're all getting confused, and it's something that happened on Sunday when Trump was speaking. And no, actually, it wasn't when Trump was speaking. It was during a break. I was watching television. I was watching the thing on television, and who's running against Ron?
Ron DeSantis, Charlie Crist, that lunatic Charlie Crist. No, I'll tell you, when I went and got the audio this morning, because when I watched the rally Saturday night, and I did not even notice it the first time, and then I started getting text messages and DMs on Twitter from people. So and then I went back and heard it, and that was before we talked, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that's about. I was a little confused, and then this morning, yeah,
gotten left out that I just want to throw into the mix. I guess it was Charlie Craig. I guess it was a television ad, an anti-Trump ad that showed Trump attacking DeSantis from last year's television.
No way. Trump attacking DeSantis? No way.
No, that's not what I said. It was the opponent's ad.
You got me confused, Steve. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know which one. Charlie Crist had an ad attacking. I'm confused.
It was an anti-Trump's opponent. Trump was making fun of. Well, maybe I'm going to take this back and work on it.
Well, listen, we're coming. Well, you got time because it's time for our break anyway, and my clock is not working that I use for the break. So to the board ops, I've been off on pretty much every break today, but we're coming up against the break. Our number 1-888-GO-KM1. When you play that clip, it's a nothing comment. When you hear it again, it doesn't even sound controversial. We'll be right back after this. Coming up against the break, our number 1-888-GO-KM1. When you play that clip, it's a nothing comment. When you hear it again, it doesn't even sound controversial. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? It sounds like a big nothing when you go back and hear it now, doesn't it? It sounds like a big nothing. I'm going to play it again when we get back. And you guys call in on the air. I'm going to ask our radio listeners to call in too. And when I missed it the first time, and I went back and I played it, I rewound the live thing because I was watching on TV. And I thought, why did he say that? Why did he say that? I wasn't sure why he said it, and I was wondering about it. And I'm going to tell the story on the radio when I get back, so you guys will hear this first here again. But when I went and got the clip this morning to play, I was like, that's it? It was nothing. And it seems like it was blown so far out of proportion that you think he said something in a tone that he didn't. Because I don't hear any anger in that at all. Got to adjust my hat size. I told you this hat, the size is before I got a haircut last time. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, man. It's so funny how the media and social media making such a big deal about the comment made us think something was said in a way that it wasn't, right? Because when you hear it, it's like a big nothing. If you're new here, please subscribe. And everyone, if you've not already done so, like the video. I know most of you have not liked the video. Please like the video. That helps me and my channel out a lot because it gets the video and my other content recommended to people that are not subscribed. So please like the video. Oh, man. Be logical, Spock. Yes. Always. Always be logical. No doubt about that. So, I'm just so excited. Tomorrow, I'm very lucky because I get to vote for Ron DeSantis tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Bruce. Yeah, one of my Patreon supporters, Gary from Coral Springs, sent me this hat. It's a good hat. Red tsunami on the way. That's right. That's right. That Michael Todd, he's a member. Those are all the exclusive member emojis that members get to the channel. By the way, this is one of our YouTube watchers. Robert Allen Miltenberg wrote this book, Pool Boy to the Mob, Everybody Get Out of the Pool. And he doesn't chat, but he watches on YouTube. And this book is available on Amazon. Order it. Support him. He's one of our MAGA brothers. He, in the 70s, worked as a pool boy in Miami Beach at a hotel owned by the Mafia. And he wrote this book about it. It's pretty good. And it's well reviewed by readers on Amazon. So he's a good MAGA guy. Pool Boy to the Mob. He's not always here live. He watches the replay a lot of times. Robert Allen Miltenberg. Everybody out of the pool. I like that. Welcome to Miami Beach. Pretty clever. So check it out. Order it. Yes. MAGA's got to stick together. Yeah, it's I'm a little distracted because I don't have my clock. Oh, there's the Brightline train going by. That's the one that's, I did a YouTube video on that's killed more people than any other train on the rails of America right now. It's going to eventually go from Miami all the way to Orlando. When they open it up to Orlando, I'll make another video taking it to Orlando. I do read. I do read, believe it or not, usually before bed at night. You know, I'm reading a my daughter has been recommending a lot of books to me lately. Bruce, $5 super chat. Thank you. Please thank Bruce. Going to be a really good week. Blue Flush. That's right. Thanks, Bruce, for that super chat. My daughter's been recommending books. I just read a book last week that my daughter recommended. She's got me on a second book. She has me reading a lot of productivity books because I'm so overwhelmed. She had me read this book, which was very helpful, called The 4-Hour Work Week. And now I'm reading Atomic Habits. And today is the first day that I'm applying what I'm reading in that book. All right, we're getting ready to come back. That was Trump's best speech ever. Best speech ever.
In your face, the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. Steve Kane's here. You know, Steve, I think, what happened this morning to me, when Trump first said that, Ron DeSanctimonious in Pennsylvania, I was like, what's that about? What happened? Something must have happened between these two guys. And then Sunday, the media and social media were just melting down over this, and people had different theories. And then this morning, and I didn't listen to it again since it happened Saturday night. This morning, I went back to the speech and pulled up the audio. And when I grabbed the soundbite that I played before the break, I'm like, this is not what I remembered. I had been convinced by the media to think there was something there in the tone that wasn't. I'll play this again, and I want to ask people. Yeah.
To the discussion of the overnights, everybody's hanging to know what's the latest thing in the polls. Let me just say this. If anybody out there could shed any light on this, it's okay to call in about it, even though we're going to be talking about the polls.
Well, not quite yet, because I don't have the polls pulled up yet, but I'll get them pulled up in a few minutes.
What?
I'll have the polls pulled up in a few minutes. I don't have them yet.
All right. Whenever we get to the polls. Anyway, let me just say, what I remember is what I saw, whatever it was taken from a television ad in which Trump attacked, I believe it was DeSantis.
No way. I don't believe that. There's no way in hell. If somebody has that, send it to me. I don't think so, Steve.
Let's count on our listeners to straighten this.
Okay, now two things here. Steve thinks he saw an ad where Trump was attacking DeSantis. I do not think such an ad exists. But if someone has it, call me, let me know, and I'll play it. But I want to play the thing from Saturday night one more time. Callers on hold, stand by, then we'll go to the phones. I want to ask people in the listening audience, does Trump sound angry here? To me, he doesn't, and it sounds like no big deal. Let's play it one more time, then we'll go to the phones.
Trump at 71, Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%, Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought.
Yeah, it was like almost a throwaway. It's pretty interesting. So there's no anger there, and it was a bit... No, that's what everyone's...
It was a different clip.
No, it's not. I know you would think that, but that's the one that everyone's been talking about that I just played.
We have an audience out there to give us input.
All right. Our number is 1-888-COCAINE 1, 888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Tweester. I'm calling from Delaware. How you doing?
All right, Delaware.
Hey, I got a theory on this. I think that DeSantis is helping his buddy out by being a decoy. So he's going to run against Trump, drop out and say, vote for Trump.
Well, when you hear me play the clip, does it sound like Trump was angry? It doesn't sound like he was angry to me.
No, he doesn't sound angry. DeSantis is helping out his buddy. That's what's going to happen. He's going to run against him, and at the last minute, he's going to pull out and say,
okay.
Where's the Trump?
I don't know. It's just the very fact that you're from Delaware, where Biden lives, is just. I just ugh.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
He's the what do you call that? the traitor. And
Yeah, I've had people from Delaware tell me that, because Delaware is a small state, Biden comes home every weekend and it shuts down a huge portion of the entire state.
correction officer. I've been haven't been on the road for.
Oh, so you don't have to leave your house, so you don't get interrupted. Yeah. All right. Hey, listen. Take care. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bob from Pompano.
Hey.
Trump was arguing that he had against Rubio, and he said Rubio didn't go to some meetings in the Senate, whatever it was. That's what Steve was talking about. It wasn't DeSantis, it was Rubio. It was. I heard the same.
Well, they used to not be friends. Now they're buddies.
That's what it's all. It's not DeSantis. DeSantis wasn't even in the picture then. It was Rubio. That's what it was. One thing, I went out to vote, and we no longer have a Democrat.
Really? What do we have? No, I think the Democrat Party is just showing their true colors. I mean, how long have you been a Republican? How long have you been a Republican?
The second time I voted, first time I voted for Obama, second time I voted for the other guy.
Okay, so here's the thing. The reason the Democrat Party seems different today is because you used to be one. And when you were a Democrat, you didn't really see what they're about. They've always been violent like this. Did you see, I was talking earlier, did you see this Republican woman was choked by a Democrat man and attacked by other Democrats at the Hochul rally?
Today's post about another stabbing in the subway.
Well,
Got stabbed in the neck.
Well,
country, whatever it is, the stock market, the inflation, the...
Oh, yeah.
I watched CNN the other day just to listen to it, and you really feel sorry about these people coming over. They focused on this woman that went through a lot, and she came into the Port Authority bus stop and bus station, and she had a baby with her, and it was very sad, But the thing is, a lot of people like that all over the world. You can't take everybody in. There's a vetting process, and you come in, you become a citizen, and whatever you do it that way. You just can't have a
Up at Trumbull Street.
Yeah, this attack at the Governor Hochul rally, where a Republican woman who was just there peacefully was attacked by a mob of Hochul Democrat supporters and choked by a man. And this story should be the lead story in every media outlet, and it's not. And not one person stood up to defend that lady from this Hochul supporter, these Hochul supporters at a governor's event that attacked her and were choking her. She was being choked for 24 seconds. She's lucky to be alive.
It's all lies in the media. Look at Pelosi's husband's running nowhere with some strange guy walking, and he probably picked up a...
Oh yeah, there was a big update on that story on Friday. NBC. By the way, thanks for the call, Steve. You okay? I heard something fall. Okay, all right. It wasn't you. I don't think you wouldn't be. I heard a crash in the background.
Worse than that, no.
Yeah. Okay. There was a NBC News. They had a local investigative reporter for NBC in San Francisco who did a report on Friday about the Paul Pelosi story. And listen to this. Listen to this. It was a local investigative reporter for NBC in San Francisco. It ran on their national news, including MSNBC. But he was a local NBC guy from the affiliate. It was well sourced. He had talked to police and others, and he did a report. And when police arrived, he reported that Paul Pelosi opened the door calmly and was not even upset. And actually got between the officers and the suspect. And NBC News later in the day pulled the story, deleted it from their websites, and said that the story did not meet NBC journalistic standards, which probably means it was filled with truth and good investigative reporting. But that was amazing. All right, let's go back to our phones. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Brian, Vince Wellington, how's it going?
Hey, Vince.
Yeah, I was just calling in about the sanctimonious statement. I don't really feel like that's a real bad term against anybody.
It's pejorative.
But he wasn't angry when he said it.
No, but even if you were angry when you said it, that doesn't mean that he's using it in a bad tone or a bad way, because it means holy by nature, you know, in some aspect of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
Sanctimonious is a pejorative. Do you know what a pejorative is, sir?
Well, one more time, pejorative, yeah.
Pejorative. Do you know what that means?
Yes, yes.
What does pejorative mean?
But sanctimonious also means that.
Well, but wait. Let's just go slow, because there are other people who are out there confused too. Let's straighten them out. When I say the word sanctimonious is pejorative, what am I saying about the word sanctimonious?
Well, it's more that it can be either way, right? It can be used either way.
No. Sanctimonious is a negative. It's an insult. It's not a compliment. You wouldn't say, well, he's a nice sanctimonious guy.
No, but it's an insult in the same way deplorable is. It was a thing that Trump took from Pelosi from her last press conference, and it was a play. There was no anger in Trump's. I thought that. Yeah. Listen, thanks for the call. We got to run for our break. Call is on hold. Stand by. Phone's very busy today. Hey, it's the morning before the blue flush, the morning before the red tsunami. We'll get back to our calls after the break. There's one opening at 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll take that break and be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Be right back, guys. We'll take that break and be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Denise Hair Salon, one of the trendiest salons in Brooklyn, is officially in Boca. Known for its professionalism and uniquely talented staff, we're excited to offer a free consultation for every new client. We're looking forward to welcoming you to our new location. Book your appointment today and get 20% off any hair service.
Located at 7600 North Federal Highway in Boca, or check us out on IG at Denise Hair Salon and call 561-826-8704.
That's Denise with the Z.
A sniffle here and a sneeze there. Your first thought is what? Uh-oh, I'm coming down with something. But did you ever think you might not be sick? You might have an allergy. Find out and have your allergies tested at any lab test now of Coral Springs, or any lab test now of Boca. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is located at 955 North University Drive on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood by the Coral Square Mall.
We have a full board of calls. Yeah, welcome. If you're new here, please subscribe. And everyone liked the video. We got a lot more to talk about. You know, I live stream on the radio every morning from 6 until 9 a.m. Eastern, and I upload a lot of other content here, including my podcast. I live stream from Mar-a-Lago on Saturday. Check that out. I put a lot of vlogs up here that you'll enjoy for sure. All right, we are back. There is only one opening on our board. We're going to go to our calls in just a couple of moments at 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Looks like we've settled this myth that there's a feud between Trump and DeSantis, but I want to tell you, we are in Christmas shopping season right now, and when it comes to Christmas shopping, there's only one place you need to go, and that's MyPillow.com. Now, whatever specials you see there at MyPillow.com, you can take advantage of with our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. Not just the ones that I highlight, okay? But there's a couple I want to tell you about now, and one you want to move on right away. The MyPillow bathrobes. I have my MyPillow bathrobe with me this morning, Steve. I brought it in, and I wore it on the drive-in. And the MyPillow bathrobes, which make great Christmas gifts. I have one. My wife has one. Last Christmas, they ran out of these. Right now, they have all sizes and colors in stock, including they have two styles of robes, a heavy and a light robe. I have the heavy robe. They make great Christmas gifts. And right now, with our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E, the MyPillow bathrobes are 50% off. This is the lowest price ever on the MyPillow bathrobe. Whoever is on your gift-giving list, a MyPillow bathrobe is great. Your spouse, your children, grandma, grandpa, your employees, they make great gifts in the MyPillow bathrobe. I've had mine for over a year. I wash it all the time, and it looks like the day it arrived because everything Mike Lindell makes is high quality. The MyPillow bathrobe, 50% off with our promo code KANE. And also, right now, Mike Lindell has a new line of coffee called My Coffee. If you go to MyPillow.com, 50% off Mike Lindell's My Coffee with our promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. It comes in whole bean, ground, and the Curate cups. And not only is it 50% off with our promo code KANE, you get a free MyPillow travel pillow with that, but you got to use the promo code KANE. 50% off the bathrobes, 50% off the coffee, and with the coffee you get the free pillow too, the travel pillow. I have a few of these. They're great. When you use our promo code at checkout, KANE, K-A-N-E. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. All right, there's only one opening on the board. You want to go to the phone, Steve? What do you want to do? All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Lynn, and I'm calling from Broward.
Lynn in Broward. What's up?
Well, I have another idea that you might want to consider. After I heard President Trump say that about Governor DeSantis, I was upset a little bit about that because, we don't need a rift between the Republican Party.
Exactly.
So I went online and I did some research trying to figure this out, and I found a couple of articles that you might find interesting. They say that President Trump was frustrated with the governor because he went to Colorado to endorse Joe O'Dea for Colorado Senate. Or Joe O'Dea. I don't know if I said Joe or George. Joe O'Dea. O'Dea has told CNN repeatedly that he would actively campaign and that any other Republican that would run against Trump, he would endorse. So that could be part of the rift.
And there's no rift. In fact, in Miami, let me play the next clip. In Miami, which was the rally last night, President Trump endorsed Ron DeSantis. Listen.
People of Florida are going to re-elect the wonderful, the great friend of mine, Marco Rubio, to the United States Senate. Are you going to re-elect Ron DeSantis as your governor of your state?
There you go. So, yeah.
His praise of DeSantis, it was almost like too much. You know what I'm saying? It was
what?
Taking something back.
Steve, it's okay.
Guys, well, look, we've in all our discussion here this morning, we've admitted that people were disturbed and they perceived there was a rift.
Mistakenly, I thought something was going on too. But you can admit you were wrong, Steve. It's okay to be wrong. We were wrong. Everyone was wrong.
Okay, including you.
No, I didn't think. I thought. No, Steve. Steve, don't listen. No. I said. Well, what I said. Well, first I said I don't know why he said that. I think there must be something going on between the two of them. But I was wrong. But I was wrong. Which you're not so quick to admit. But you haven't. You still think there's a problem.
Anymore.
Also, you've changed your mind too. You've changed your mind too.
But there was a problem.
No, there was not a problem. We just misheard it. We misheard it. When I play the clip back of Trump from Pennsylvania, there's no anger there.
Played it back. I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
When I told
A caller called in and said that someone called in earlier and said that was a clip about Marco Rubio, not DeSantis. That I have never heard Trump say anything negative about DeSantis.
enough of the show to the issue.
Well, I know we got a full board here. Let's see what the callers think. 1-888 go Kane 1. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm calling from Port St. Lucie. My name is
Hey,
Hillary.
Port St. Lucie.
Hey, I think actually Trump was joking around that he was calling like a wrestling match or a racing match or something. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. No, it just, see, I think what happened is it was a strange thing. It caught us off guard. We didn't have context. So what's happened here on the program today, we got context because of the Pelosi Desanctimonious. There's no such word as Desanctimonious, okay? But we got some clarification with callers from Nancy Pelosi calling all MAGA Republicans sanctimonious. And now when we play the clip back, it's not quite how we remembered it, right? We remembered it in a different way because it caught us all off guard. It was nothing. There was never a rift between these two guys. And I'm sorry, never Trumpers. I'm sorry, Democrats. There's no... Hey, listen, thanks for the call. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Paula from New Jersey.
Hey, Paula.
Paula.
Hey.
Hey, Paula. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Paula.
That's a song? I've never heard that song. Oh.
It's an oldie.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you. I think that it was, I think he did it intentionally, and I don't think it was like a real tough bar. It was more of a warning shot. And I think your last caller who mentioned that he was annoyed that he campaigned for that guy who said he was going to go after Trump, and maybe he knows that DeSantis is getting ready he's going to run for president against Trump. And I think this was just a warning shot.
I don't think that's going to happen this time around. I think they're in control. Things are set up too well now to spoil it. The only chance that the Democrats have is if they can create a major rift within the Republican Party, and I think we're too smart to let that happen.
Well, yeah.
I don't disagree, but I do think it was a tiny little shot. I mean, Trump can really decimate with his words.
Oh, yes.
And that was very mild, but I think it was a shot.
Mm-hmm. All right, hey, listen, thanks for the call. Now, after the top of the hour break, I'm going to go through the latest polls that I have. We'll do that after the top of the hour. But in Miami last night, before President Trump came out, Don Jr. spoke. And he was talking about Fetterman. Let me play this clip of Fetterman first because Don Jr. is referencing this clip. Hold on, let me pull it up. This is Fetterman, the Roe v. Wade clip. Listen.
I run on Roe v. Wade celebrates the demise of Roe v. Wade.
Okay, so the Democrat Fetterman is celebrating the demise of Roe v. Wade, and these idiots still applaud him. See? Yeah, thank you, yeah. Yeah, the Democrats still applaud him when he's celebrating the demise of Roe v. Wade. So Don Jr. spoke before President Trump came out, and he's talking about Fetterman and this particular moment in time that I just played for you.
I mean, I used the Fetterman example earlier, but so I went after him last week because I believe that if you're going to be in the United States Senator, you should have basic cognitive function. I mean, it doesn't seem that unreasonable, right? To have a working brain, and so the media, they go after me and they say, he's an ableist, meaning he's racist against those with disabilities. I go, well, no. It's not like he's in a wheelchair and he can think, but he's incapable of forming a sentence. And they're like, it doesn't matter, because you know what? It probably doesn't. They'll put him in there. He'll vote however Chuck Schumer tells him to. You don't have to think. You just have to be able to, like, show up and, like, raise your hand. And since his comments on Roe v. Wade today, it doesn't seem like he even can do that right. But I'm sure they'll get a puppet, you know, pull the string, raise the hand one way when it matters. But that's what we're up against. We're up against a Democrat Party today that doesn't believe that a United States Senator should not have mush for brains. Mush for brains should be 100% fine. That should be the Democrat slogan for 2024.
Okay, there you go. So Don Jr. was great last night in Miami. Now, over the weekend, last week I was telling you my one finger here, my trigger finger or mouse finger, I was in so much pain. I was telling you last week, I'm going to go see Dr. Appleton. I went over to see Dr. Appleton on Saturday morning. I was up at Mar-a-Lago Saturday morning. I left Mar-a-Lago and drove straight to Dr. Appleton's. And he did give me the laser away pain treatment, but also at the same time gave me a treatment that I've never had before, acupuncture. And if you go to my Instagram, Brian Craig Show on Instagram, I took a photograph, put it on Instagram of me getting the laser away pain treatment and the acupuncture. You can see it all there. And today I can move my finger, and I'm not in pain, Steve, in my finger, after just one treatment of the laser away pain. Now, I could move my finger on Friday, but it hurt like a son of a you-know-what. I mean, it hurt. Now there's no pain when I do that. It's amazing. And the laser away pain system, it works. And acupuncture, listen to this. I never had acupuncture before. It works. Dr. Appleton said, any Steve Kane listener who calls for laser away pain treatment, with your laser away pain treatment, you get free acupuncture. And remember, the laser away pain works on all types of pains. We've talked about this a lot. Free acupuncture with your laser away pain treatment. But again, you got to mention you heard about Dr. Appleton on the radio. And that acupuncture, it's amazing. I could not move my finger like I'm moving it now without being in pain on Friday. After just one treatment, I've had this much improvement. It's amazing. Give them a call, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonCairo.com. Make sure you tell him you heard about him on the radio. Back after this. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonCairo.com. Wow, I know, it's amazing. On Friday, this hurt. Not anymore. I have arthritis, I found, which sucks. But, all right, I got to get the polls. Wow. I'm going over the polls now. These are great. Awesome polls. Awesome polls. Oh, man. They're looking good. From One Adam, $10 super chat. Thank you. Everyone thank From One Adam. The prefix D means to do the opposite of and to do the reverse. Trump was trying to say DeSantis is the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, it was a play on the words. Thanks a lot, One Adam, for that super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, but the way that it was being presented was making us think that there was something going on that wasn't. So I'm glad we settled that on the program this morning. Oh, man, I'm looking over the polls. They look great. Isn't it exciting that Elon Musk banned Kathy Griffin for impersonating him? That's hilarious. You know, that woman has gotten away with so much. And now she's being held accountable. Oh, man, I'm looking at these polls, and this is just amazing. Amazing. Yeah. She's been pretending to be Elon without saying she's a parody account. And he banned her permanently. So now she's using the Twitter account of her mother who has passed away. It's really pathetic. Now she knows what it was like to be banned for Trump, huh? It's pretty cool. Yeah, I did join Twitter Blue to get the blue check mark. Someone said after tomorrow they're going to come in. Oh, here we go.
Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane's here. You know, Saturday morning I went up to Mar-a-Lago, Steve, and I live streamed on YouTube the sunrise at Mar-a-Lago. And I was outside. Yeah, I was, well, yeah, it was just me and the hundreds and hundreds of our listeners that were in the chat room with me. But I live streamed on YouTube, and you know, there's a public park near Mar-a-Lago, and I got a great view. And I got there at 6 a.m. when it was dark, and I was there for 2.5 hours with the sun coming up. And the Secret Service rolled up on me and was checking me out during the thing. They're wondering what. That's right. That's right. And the Secret Service, the Secret Service came over and were like watching me for a while. You can see it when you watch the YouTube video. You guys can see that. It caught me a little off guard, but you know, but it was cool. Everything turned out.
Secret Service are now good guys. They're not in the debate.
No. That's the FBI. That's the FBI. Well, what happened was I was there. I've done this before, the sunrise at Mar-a-Lago, and I was there, and then all of a sudden, right out of Mar-a-Lago comes this big black SUV. And I'm like, oh. And I got excited for a second because I did see President Trump's SUV pull up a little while before, and it came in to where I was parked. And I saw the guy was driving was in a shirt and tie, and I knew right away, and I was like, uh-oh. But everything worked out okay. You guys can go and watch it on my YouTube channel. No. It worked out well. Hey, listen, that's the way it is. All right, so tomorrow... Yeah, tomorrow is the blue flush and the red tsunami, and I have here in front of me the latest polls. Do you want to go over some of the polls? Okay, now I want to tell my normal clock I use to coordinate the break, I don't have this morning. So to the board ops, I'm trying to keep as close to the correct break time as possible, but I know I've been off on some of the breaks this morning, so you got to listen close for when I go to break, because it may not be exactly on time. Okay, so I got the latest polls. I'm going to go through them, and all good news. I'll just tell you that. I mean, I'm not going to try to have you hanging like they do on Fox all the time. Okay, the New Hampshire, there were races other than congressional races. We got a lot of governors and things too, which are important. The New Hampshire governor's race, the Republican Sununu leads by 12. 12. That's amazing. 12 points, the Republican in New Hampshire. Sununu, yeah, he's up by the... I'm only giving you the names of the Republicans. Sometimes I'll leave out the name if they're not famous and well-known. But in New Hampshire, in the governor's race, the Republican leads by 12. In the Ohio Senate race, J.D. Vance leads by 10. Yeah, in the Ohio governor's race, DeWine, he's the Republican, leads by 25. In the Iowa Senate race, which, by the way, President Trump had, was it Friday he was in Iowa? I think, was it Friday? I believe it was Friday. In the Iowa Senate race, Grassley, who was at the rally, who was very impressive, leads by 12. The Iowa's governor race, okay, the governor's race in Iowa, the Republican leads by 17. The Republican running for Senate in Wisconsin leads by 3. The Republican running for governor in Wisconsin leads by 2. In the Senate race in Nevada, the Republican leads by 6. In the Nevada's governor race, the Republican leads by 5. In the Senate race in North Carolina, the Republican leads by 6. So these are all great news. There's a new poll out of Arizona. In the governor's race, Kari Lake leads by 3. In the Georgia... Oh, no. That...
Against is a creep.
Oh, yeah. In the latest Marist poll out of Georgia for the Senate race, Walker and Warnock are tied. Remember, Walker was way behind in that poll, so so that's a net gain. The Georgia governor's race, Kemp, the Republican, leads by 8. In the latest Fox poll in Pennsylvania Senate race, Oz leads by 2. In the Florida Senate race, Marco Rubio leads by 8. In the Florida governor's race, DeSantis leads by 12. And then all the other polls are just repeats of those that have all of our people ahead, except for the tie in Georgia with Walker. So there's a lot of good news, Steve, on the polls today. No, in fact, nothing but good news.
Yes, I mean, if I got that right...
Bruce, $10 super chat. Thank you. Remember, thank Bruce.
All of them.
Love all around. Yeah, absolutely.
They're ahead in a
Nick,
single
new member,
race.
welcome. No, not in anything that we would think would be in play. No. And this is going to be huge, and it's devastating to the Democrats. The Democrats don't have any good news. They don't have any good story. They have nothing they can grab onto. And this is all good stuff. I mean, there's not one poll that doesn't show us taking a huge majority in the House and a majority in the Senate. I haven't seen one poll. I don't look at that one. The odds. I don't have the odds poll, but I haven't seen a single poll that doesn't predict the red tsunami. None. 0. All right, our number toll-free 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Even the CNN poll has Republicans leading in the generic ballot by 4. That's CNN's poll.
There's no result on Oz versus...
Yeah, Oz is up 2 in the latest poll. And Fetterman was ahead in the last poll, so he's gained a lot, Oz. Yeah. All right, our number toll-free 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Joel. I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Joellen. Well, the polls, when you see these polls, listen, this is what happens, okay? Polling companies make a living with polls, and when you get closer to the end, they want to be more accurate so they don't lose credibility, because they make money doing polls for everything, like what's your favorite pudding. So the polls are showing Republicans in the lead everywhere. The lead is probably greater than what the poll is showing, but the polls are accurate in that the trend of all these polls is all in our favor. You look more for the trend than the actual numbers. Oh, please. You're concerned about after our win? I mean, give me, No, you're not, Steve. You're not. I'll tell you later. You're not interested. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after the show. No, we didn't hear as much as I heard. That's why. I'll tell you after. Okay, don't worry. Okay, all right. And I will say this: enough of you Here we are on the verge of this. We're gonna win, but I'm worried about this. I'm worried about. Go see a doctor, okay, and get some Prozac or something, and stop being clinically depressed on the verge of the greatest midterm victory that this victory is the biggest midterm victory we've ever had, and I'll tell you why. Enough of these people that need Prozac or Zoloft or something else, okay? This isn't just a victory against the Democrats. This tomorrow is a victory against the Republican never-Trumper establishment, too. And so actually we're beating both political parties and their establishments tomorrow. So this is bigger than ever. I'm so tired of this. Yeah, we're going to win, but after that, and after that, enough of that crap. These people are depressing. Why are so many Republicans talking like we're losing when we're winning? You know, it's like enough. It's like Richie's. They say, yeah, we're going to win, but, oh, it's just enough. I mean, my goodness. Some people just don't like to feel good, I guess is what it is. Some people like to be miserable. You know, a lot of conservatives have something in common with liberals. They want to feel like victims. A lot of people want to feel like victims. All right. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. Now, last week, Biden was attacking oil companies. Look, I looked at the time. I don't have time to do that. So I'll have to tell you about that after the break, all right? You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you're calling from, 1-888-465-2631. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. I'm Brian Craig. We'll take our first break of the final hour of today's show and be back with your calls and more after this. It's the Steve Kane Show, Steve. You know what I mean? Do you hear her? All the polls are positive, right? I don't trust polls. I don't even polls. And then after we win, I mean, who the freak wants to hear that? You know, when we're on the verge of victory. Do you guys want to hear that when we're on the verge of victory? Oh, yeah, Lee. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Steve Kane Show, hold on. Oh.
New patient on Saturday came in with sciatic, leg pain. She lifted something wrong on Saturday.
I mean, give me a break.
And I said, sure. And we did the laser on her on Saturday. On Monday, she returned, and she said, thank you, thank you, thank you. The joy of doing this all these years is helping patients, and the laser is just an amazing tool that I use to help people with acute, chronic, young, old, golf, tennis players, NBA, football players, male, female, it doesn't matter. The laser will help. And once we finish patients up, I never hear from anybody. What I do hear from them is the referrals, the family, the wife, the cousin, the nephew that comes back to me. And that's the biggest joy of my life.
Give Dr. Appleton a call at 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710 and say bye-bye to your pain.
This is Lori Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Eagle Eye Protection Services for all your firearm and security patrol service needs. Receive personal firearms including concealed carry for you, your friends, your neighbors, by professional instructor owner Mike Lauder. G-licensed security classes offered every week. For firearms,
where's the lunch menu?
Service needs, it's Eagle Eye Protection Services. Protect yourself, your family, your business. Call 561-723-6191. Eagle Eye, your local security protection services.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks, and medium leaks turn into big problems. Call licensed contractor Tom Laporta for a free roof inspection. 954-604-4602. And tell him Steve Kane sent you.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We've been in practice for 75 years in South Florida. You don't have to live with pain any longer. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642. Grab your coffee.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Stevens here. I do have some sad news to report. We had some great news, but it's short-lived, but some sad news to report. It's Monday, and Anne Marie's is not open on Mondays. So I'm sorry, but you know what? They're open tomorrow and every other day of the week. They are closed on Mondays, but they're open every other day of the week. And let me tell you, Steve, a couple weeks back, I sampled finally the Philly cheesesteak. Oh, my goodness. The Philly cheesesteak at Anne Marie's is out of this world good, and it comes in two sizes. I got the regular. It also comes in the giant, but that regular, like everything else, is a huge portion over at Anne Marie's. So they have other subs too, not just the Philly cheese, but they say on the menu, loaded steak or grilled chicken Philly style sandwich. It is loaded, but I would also describe it as overstuffed. I mean, they really load on the steak on that, which is great, right? That's what you want. That's what when you order Philly cheesesteak, they give you lots of steak, and the cheese is, like everything else, spectacular. But you know, they are open tomorrow. You might want to do some takeout tomorrow, so while you're watching the results, you can order everything. Try the Philly cheesesteak, and that giant, oh man, I don't even know how many people that would feed. It would feed my whole family, the giant Philly cheesesteak. But also some of the other favorites, lasagna made with Grandma's recipe with layers of pasta, ricotta, and ground beef. You can add, oh yeah, with the lasagna, by the way, you can also add chicken, meatballs, or sausage. And the meatballs are spectacular. The sausage is the best. And that lasagna is out of this world good. And the first meal I had is also spectacular at Anne Marie's. The baked ziti is very good. And Steve's talking about the pizzas. The pizzas, you know, yeah, I would recommend. I got three. They're all great, but can I give you my three favorites? Okay, two of them are in one. The Sicilian. The Sicilian is the best Sicilian I have ever had in the state of Florida. I'm here to tell you, it is Sicilian like I've really never had before. It is so good. But there's two ways to get the Sicilian that I've had that are out of this world. One, I got it just with pepperoni, which the pepperoni at Anne Marie's, it's unlike any pepperoni I've ever had. It's like delicious. I've been getting ripped off my whole life when it comes to pepperoni. But the other way to get it is with the meat lovers. And either way you get it, you're going to love it. The meat lovers or pepperoni Sicilian. So that's two of them. And then the other one is the other one is on what I call the Anne Marie's secret menu. Okay, when you go to Anne Marie's, I'm serious. Ask for the lunch specials menu, even if it's not lunch, and flip it over. On the back of the lunch specials, they have Big Jerry's crazy New York craft pies, where there are specialty pizzas that will just knock your socks off. And my favorite is the steak deluxe. It's made with rib eye steak, onions, peppers, mozzarella, provolone with a garlic oil base. And Steve, I never even knew such pizzas existed. But that steak deluxe with rib eye steak, oh man, so good. Now Anne Marie's, they're open for lunch, dinner, and takeout, closed on Mondays. But they're located in Pompano on the northwest corner of Copans Road and US 1 Federal Highway in the same plaza as the movie theater. When you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. Okay, you want to go back to the phones? What do you want to do?
Let's see.
All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. Chris from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Long time no hear.
Hey. Yes, you guys are getting me hungry. Getting back to what you guys were talking about earlier, I mean, any type of negative, I guess you'd have to understand, we know what we're running against, the Democrat fraud machine.
Well, have you seen any discussion of Governor Hochul's event where her supporters attacked a peaceful Republican woman, and one of Hochul's male supporters choked this woman for 24 seconds and no one intervened? She was lucky to get away. Have you seen that story in the news, Steve?
I don't think it's in my...
No, it's nowhere. There's a blackout. It's in the Daily Mail is the only place I've seen it. And
stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, but this one was at the governor's event. This is even more high profile. You know, you expect to be attacked and stabbed in the subway. But if you're at a rally,
One go in the subway if one didn't want to get.
Exactly, it's expected. But if you're at a campaign event for the governor, Governor Hochul, Kathy Hochul, you don't expect to be choked out by a man and physically attacked by the mob. It's pretty scary.
Liberals.
Yeah. All right, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Erica in North Carolina.
Hey, Erica.
Hey, I was calling about the so-called feud between Ron and Don.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing, I thought the Ron DeSanctimonious thing was funny. I laughed out loud, and I can't wait for classic Trump to come back. I just can't wait for him to come back again and be on the trail with all his funny stuff. But I'm hearing, and I don't know, I'm just getting in, so I don't know if you've already spoke on this before, but that there were rumblings of possibly DeSantis messing around and stuff.
Yeah, those are all lies. Those are all lies. These liberals and never Trumpers immediately jumped on this, okay? And they flooded social media that Ron DeSantis had been raising millions of dollars with Jeb Bush and Paul Ryan. And yesterday, Ron DeSantis' campaign came out publicly and said, that is not true, it is a lie.
Okay, so I was thinking like Trump is like, listen, you know, I see what you're doing, and this is a little like shot across the bow, like I kind of see what you're doing, but the next day he said, you know.
Well, okay, I'll tell you something too that I have forgotten to mention through this discussion, okay, by my own neglect. There's one person who's a Republican in Florida that is MAGA that does not like Ron DeSantis. And doesn't like Ron and hates Ron DeSantis. Roger Stone hates Ron DeSantis and has been very publicly attacking Ron DeSantis, Roger Stone. And Roger Stone was at the rally last night with President Trump. He got a shout out. And if there's, you know, maybe Roger Stone's been whispering in President Trump's ear about DeSantis, but it looks like the problem has been corrected.
I love Ron DeSantis. Obviously, I think he's the best governor in the country.
Ever, yeah.
Yeah, and he just, I don't know. He needs, I just hope he's not Trump.
Now, you can trust Ron DeSantis. Believe me, I'm going to be voting for him tomorrow, Ron DeSantis. I can't wait. Hey, listen, thanks for the call. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, that was the Democrat response. Yes, okay. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? They've just given up. We've given up. We got nothing to go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Did a Democrat call us today?
No. Joellen from Fort Lauderdale was sounding like a Democrat. Depressed. Like a loser. But other than Joellen's the closest we came. Good morning. You're on the air.
It's Andrea. You guys crack.
Hey, Andrea.
So, I'm calling about this Kathy Hochul lunatic. The hashtag on that picture should be Hochul's New York, and it should trend across Twitter. But there was another attack on a Republican where the Democratic candidate showed the Republican house, and somebody went and shot up.
Yeah, I talked about that on Friday. I think that was, I read that story on Friday's show. It was in North Carolina, some Democrats shot into, what happened was the Democrat ran a commercial that showed the home of the Republican. The Democrats took the commercial to track down the home, and they shot up the home of the candidate's parents. And luckily no one was shot. The bullets missed people. They hit the house, but missed people. So we have that one. This is just recently. So we have that one. Carrie Lake's office was attacked with white powder over the weekend in Arizona. Yeah, it was shut down. Well, it was a Katie Hobbs supporter. I don't think it was a Carrie Lake supporter that did it. We have the Republican woman choked for 24 seconds by a Governor Hochul supporter at a Governor Hochul event in Manhattan yesterday. And I've got a great picture of that. I put it on Twitter. That should be the lead in every newspaper in America today, but it's not. So, yeah.
The did not go to the Trump rally. I had a party rally, and let me tell you, I saw President Trump when he was campaigning in 2020 in Newtown. He looks fantastic.
Oh, he's lost. So I saw him come out in Pennsylvania off the plane, and thanks for the call, Andrew. We're up against the break, but when he came off of Trump Force 1 in Pennsylvania, not only did he look great, he looked like he's lost some weight, Steve. All right, listen, if you're on hold, stand by. We'll take our break for the bottom of the hour. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve's here. I'm Brian. We'll be back with your calls after this. We'll take our break for the bottom of the hour. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve's here. I'm Brian. We'll be back with your calls after this.
Tired of boring mornings? We serve controversy with your morning coffee. The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. Alexa rocks, and now so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play Oldies South Florida.
Okay, playing it now.
Now, you've got the good time oldies, 95.3 and 96.9. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's going to be a bit breezy today. We're going to see daytime highs in the low 80s with a good chance of some scattered showers and downpours around. But the big news, subtropical storm Nicole just formed, and it looks like it will be impacting the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast and much of the state of Florida Wednesday and Thursday and even beyond. So we'll track it for you. I'm WPB Out 25 First Morning meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
In the Palm Beaches, the major expressways are crash-free, but we're still seeing slowdowns on the turnpike heading northbound.
Well, thank you for watching, Nick. I appreciate it.
Boulevard, some heavy stopping.
And, of course, thanks to all the moderators in the chat. The moderators help out a lot, guys. I mean, the moderators make it so I don't have to pay too close attention for the trolls, and I can concentrate on the content, which totally elevates the quality of the program.
Pretty slow between Deerfield Beach and Boca. Broward County 441 southbound still shut down between Oaks Road and Orange Drive. Go ahead and take University Drive or Pine Island instead. This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Blindster.com was started in 2010 to provide custom blind shades and shutters at affordable prices. Their blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com. That's Traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Denise Hair Salon, one of the trendiest salons in Brooklyn, is officially in Boca. Known for its professionalism and uniquely talented staff, we're excited to offer a free consultation for every new client. We're looking forward to welcoming you to our new location. Book your appointment today and get 20% off any hair service.
Located at 7600 North Federal Highway in Boca, or check us out on IG at Denise Hair Salon and call 561-826-8704.
That's Denise with the Z.
The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties, shore excursions, onboard activities, and a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
I blocked this group space during COVID, during the height of the pandemic, so we got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us as we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about a Govix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact: Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain. decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with the Govix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Hi, this is Debbie Klatzoff, president and owner of I Will Advisors. We are your Medicare experts. It is that time of year again, the annual open enrollment period. It runs from October 15th through December 7th, and this is the only time of the year that you can make a change to your existing Medicare health plan or prescription drug plan. 2023 has some exciting new things in store. There are talks of decreases in your Medicare Part B premiums and changes coming to Medicare Advantage plans and standalone drug plans. If you are on a standalone drug card, I would highly recommend getting a review of your current plan to ensure that it will still be suitable for you next year. There are plans being discontinued and plans with huge rate increases. Many of you will be impacted, but don't stress. We've got you covered. Give us a call for your free, no obligation education. Call I Will Advisors, your Medicare experts, at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. Again, that's 954-753-8080.
The great staff at McWhite's Funeral Home takes this time to honor our United States veterans. They are America's sons and daughters. They are America strong. However, many veterans need jobs. Please assist them. If you can hire smart, hire vets. This message sponsored by McWhite's Funeral Home in Lauderhill and West Palm Beach, where service is more than just a word, it's what they do. McWhite's Funeral Home, friends of humanity, lovers of veterans, and someone you should know. For funeral inquiries, call 954-584-0047, 561-225-1141.
This message is sponsored by the Florida A&M University Medical Marijuana Education and Research Initiative, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Pro or against? That seems to be the only thing that matters these days in the marijuana discussion. But what about the facts? At Mary, we've taken it upon ourselves to lay it all out there in our podcast. Just pure, unbiased education about medical marijuana and unlawful use of cannabis. Find it at mary.famu.edu. That's meri.famu.edu.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. Now, during the break, I was looking at my front door because I got a notification there was someone at my front door, and that didn't make a lot of sense, but it was Amazon, okay? So, yeah, there'll be a package waiting for me when I get home. But, you know, that's how it works when you have the doorbell camera, Steve, from Sloman's. Even if they don't ring the bell or knock on the door, you get a notification when somebody is at your door. And it's real nice, and I can pull it up on my phone, my iPad, and see who is there. If I wanted to, I could even talk to the guy. I could have talked to the guy and say, hey, could you put it down over there instead of where you put the box? And he would not know that I was not home. He wouldn't know that I was here at the radio station, unless he was listening on the radio, of course. But, you know, you can get a doorbell camera for free from Sloman's when you call. I'm going to give you the number in a moment. Tell them you heard about them on the radio. They'll tell you how you can get a free doorbell camera. And, you know, it gives you an added convenience because I like never having to go and get up and look and see who's at my door when I'm home or when I'm out. It's nice, too. I mean, there's a lot of convenience to it. But there's also security because it's connected to the security system, and it's just a lot of great security as well as convenient. And there's not a reason why everyone in this audience does not have a doorbell camera from Sloman's. You can get it for free. They'll tell you how when you call. It'll change your life. It's really great to have. And it gives me a lot of peace of mind. If I'm not home, I know everything's safe and I can see what's going on 24 hours a day. And there's even night vision, and it's recorded, so you can pull, you know, like if people have been accusing me of inviting a gay male prostitute in my home, and I was saying the guy broke in, unlike Paul Pelosi, I would immediately share with you guys the footage from my doorbell camera, and you would see the guy breaking in, okay? Pelosi, I'm sure, has a camera on his front door and has chosen not to end the rumors for some reason. But anyway, here's the number. When you call, again, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. No matter where you're listening to us, call them, all right? And they'll tell you how you can get a free doorbell camera. 833-283-5050. 833-283-5050. 833-283-5050. All right, the phones are ringing. Steve, you want to go to the phones? What do you want to do? All right. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Judy K. from New...
Hey, New Jersey.
Judy.
Hi, gentlemen. Good morning.
Judy, why do I keep calling you Judy when your name is Bruce?
No, it's not a student.
You ever hear that before? Do you know who that was?
Okay. Pardon? Yeah.
Cary Grant.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to
Cary
listen to that
Grant.
for a long time. Yeah. My comment is on the DeSantis, Desanctimonious,
Yes.
and that, because I got the biggest laugh out of that, because somebody was really smart with that, because the prefix DE, meaning the opposite. Probably somebody's already picked that up again, but I just wanted to reaffirm that means the opposite of being something.
If there was such a word and you made the word up, it would mean that, yeah. I think we settled that. There was no problem, there's no beef, there's no animosity, there's no rift, there's no feud, and there's no MAGA divide. This was, I think we got perfect context put on that whole thing today on the program.
I really laughed at it. That was really, really great, picking that out like that, because it means the opposite.
Well, thank you. All right, well, thank you for the call. So listen to this. Over the weekend, hazmat and a bomb team arrived to Kerry Lake's headquarters after a suspicious powder was found. Kerry Lake's headquarters was shut down. The suspicious substance garnered an immediate response from local law enforcement agencies, which included a hazmat team and bomb squad. One of Kerry Lake's staff was exposed to the substance, but has not reported symptoms as of yet. I mean, we have, let's see, we got Kerry Lake, the congressman who's running, whose house was shot up. Lee Zeldin, they tried to murder him on stage a couple months back. Remember that guy tried to stab him? Let's
go one way.
Well, yeah, there seems to be a pattern. Over the weekend was Kerry Lake's, as well as this woman in Manhattan attacked by Governor Hochul's people. A man choked a Republican for 24 seconds. We had the Marco Rubio, Ron DeSantis canvasser beaten so badly in Miami last week. He has internal bleeding and is requiring reconstructive surgery to his face. And I don't see any reporting on this. I know Paul Pelosi, this homeless guy, they're saying that he's with this Berkeley MAGA chapter that I'm unfamiliar with. But these other, it seems like the Democrats are attacking conservatives from sea to shining sea, Steve.
Pattern.
Yeah, it's there. All right, we'll take some more calls. Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Matt Augustino. I picked up on that Ron DeSantimonious last night, and I thought that was awful.
Well, it was a couple of nights ago, Augie.
Well, it was last night. What?
No, it was the night before last night. It was Saturday night, and now it's Monday morning. That's okay. I told you not to call before you have your coffee.
Well, I know. Okay. Look, I'm going to order some of that My Coffee, by the way. That's got to be great.
Oh, Mike Lindell's has his new coffee out. It's called My Coffee. It's 50% off with our promo code Kane, Kane, at mypillow.com. And you get a free travel MyPillow, and it comes in whole bean, ground, and the Curate cups. My wife ordered the Curate cups.
I'm going to just order the. I don't want the ground.
Augie, you going to spend election night at...
He's in Georgia, Steve. You could drive down. He can drive down from Georgia.
Steve Kane listeners gathering on election night every year. Geez, we've been doing that for 15 years or something like that.
Oh, wow.
I gotta try to get a ride.
I don't know, Augie. I don't know about that. You're kind of groggy. You're groggy Augie today. You're groggy Augie, and I got a full board of calls. Well, we can begin the question if it's interest. I don't think we'll take the question today. He seems out of it. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Liberal Al. Now, Augie, what an honor. In order, I know your cojones were repossessed by Trump, and they recovered them over at Mar-a-Lago. I was hoping there would be a change in your attitude towards Trump when they.
Yeah, I'd be proud to have my cojones at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, sure.
say.
It's going to testify. What does testifying mean? People testify all the time. I've given depositions. I'm sure you've testified. Okay, so what does that mean? So does that mean you're a crook? You've testified. Are you a crook? Maybe you are. I don't know you that well.
Crook, that's a given. I mean, that's
Yeah. Just because someone gives testimony in a deposition, which is not even a criminal affair necessarily, doesn't mean they're a crook.
Oh, Trump's not a crook now, you're saying?
I've always said that. Has he been convicted of a crime?
Are you that weird?
No, excuse me.
I want to get let's get a prediction from. We finally got a liberals to call in after 2.5 hours.
Oh.
What do you predict for tonight? What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Tomorrow night.
What kind of wave are we going to have?
I'd like to say Chris is going to beat DeSantis, but
But then you don't want to, even you don't want to lose that much credibility. Hey, I got one question for you. Can I ask him one question, Steve? You say you've testified. What did you testify in? Why were you testifying?
I witnessed a murder.
You witnessed a murder? Really? It's nothing? It was a murder? What do you mean? Somebody was shot, stabbed? How were they killed?
It was shot.
Who did you testify for? The defense or the prosecution?
The prosecution, of course.
Were they convicted?
Yes.
On your word? On your word? Let me tell you, that guy needs to call for a new trial. Yeah, I mean, he was sent to prison on your word? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my, whoever that is, get a lawyer, call for a new trial. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, look what time it is. It's time for a break. Listen, we'll take our break. When we come back, we'll check in with William Youngerman for the first gold and precious metals report of the week. We'll be right back. All right. Oh, look what time it is. It's time for a break. Listen, we'll take our break. When we come back, we'll check in with William Youngerman for the first gold and precious metals report of the week. We'll be right back.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, and it is time to check in with William Youngerman for our first gold and precious metals report of the week. William Youngerman, how are the metals looking?
Metals looking great after Friday's enormous gains on all of the precious metals as the U.S. dollar just literally fell out of bed, dropping 222 ticks, with oil up $4.43. All the things were lined up for a perfect rally in the precious metals. That's what we got. Gold trading for Friday on a range of $1,629 all the way up to $1,684, closing on the high $1,682.70. That was up $52.10 on gold. Silver was up $1.39. It got up to $21 an ounce and closed at $20.84, up $1.39. These are gains we haven't seen in a long time for the precious metals. Platinum up $40 at $960, and palladium closed up $72 at $1,796. The markets this morning, a little bit of a profit-taking day, but not much. Gold trading in a range of $1,667 to $1,682 overnight. Right now trading at $1,678 the ounce. That's down $4.20. Silver down a dime at $20.75. While platinum is up $10 at $970, and palladium is up $4 at $1,800. U.S. dollar index continues to fall again this morning.
Yeah, and William Youngerman can do business whether he's selling or buying from you, no matter where you're located around America or the world. And I know you see ads on television and online. Those guys and those companies, they way overcharge you for their metals. If you're even getting physical metals, by the way. But if you are, they're overcharging you for your metals. You'll get more metal for your money, gold, silver, platinum, with William Youngerman, even if you're out of town. And William, can you tell people who can't make it into your store, no matter where they're located, how you can do business with them?
Just call us up at our 800 number, lock in the price, wire the funds, and the metal is shipped out to you that same day or the very next day.
Yeah. You pay the postage. That's good. I like that part. Yeah. All right, now listen, William Youngerman opens up at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Give him a call, toll free, 1-800 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com, or stop right in, located right here in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. The address, 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca. All right, William Youngerman, we'll check in tomorrow. All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, and I'm a little disturbed, Steve, that there's a man doing life in prison on the word and testimony of liberal Al the John. That's just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? That guy, he must be the
Got a bad lawyer.
That's for sure. That's for sure. They should have brought us in as character witnesses for the witness for the prosecution. All right, our number, oh my goodness, our number 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. All right, let's take a call or two here. We still have a few minutes left. The day before the blue flush and red tsunami. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Mary Ann from West Palm Beach. Good morning, guys. Quick question, and you may have covered this already. I got on late. Joe Manchin, did you?
I forgot what he said. I saw a story over the weekend, and I forgot what Manchin said.
He was ridiculing Biden about the coal because Manchin's from West Virginia, and coal is a big industry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Well, Manchin, I don't know why he's... maybe the coal miner union guys are Democrats still. I don't know what the deal is with him still being a Democrat. But, last week Biden was attacking oil companies for the high gas prices, saying they weren't drilling enough. And then he had an exchange with a reporter yesterday, Biden. He says, there'll be no more drilling under my watch. This guy, he's suffering from such severe Alzheimer's or some other age-related dementia so bad he doesn't know what he's saying or doing from moment to moment.
Yeah, he flip-flops a lot.
Well, when you don't when you're having cognitive decline, it's not that you're flip-flopping. You just don't remember what you said.
Well, that's also a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
third world.
He's got the nuclear football, this guy. I mean, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does, yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Maine. Good morning, Steve and Brian.
Hey, Jeff.
Morning.
Hey, they got Obama and all these people out there, and they can't draw a crowd. It's going to be a tsunami of a red wave, and we got to make sure that we all go out and vote.
I'll tell you what, I was watching this. If you take Obama, Clinton, and Biden at all the appearances they've done over the last 3 days, and they did a lot, and you put those crowds together, it wouldn't even come to half of what Trump had at any of his rallies over the weekend.
Single one.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't even be half. It'd be less than half. No. Did you see what happened with Fetterman and the flags? Did you see that? Fetterman's up on... oh, yeah, they had like 18 American flags behind Fetterman. He was on stage, and every single flag fell down like dominoes as he was speaking right behind him. Now, a lot of people think that was not an accident. It was done on purpose because the Democrats want you to see the fall of America. But no, I just think they're stupid, and they put flags out on a windy day on these little tiny podiums.
Exactly. They're not very smart.
Oh, they're Democrats.
Yeah, the Democrats. And did you see how Fetterman was running around the stage? He looked like he was lost, just like Biden.
Yeah.
Around, and I mean, he doesn't look statesman. He doesn't look, he has nothing about him that,
Well, that commercial that he released really is bad. When he tried to do a remake of that Mean Joe Green Coke commercial from the 80s. Have you seen it? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You know, after I saw it, I went on YouTube and looked up the Mean Joe Green commercial, and I have not seen that commercial since I was a kid. And even still today, that commercial brings a tear to your eye. The Fetterman remake, I can't believe they released it.
I don't think we have a.
I think you've seen it. It's the one where Fetterman is outside of what looks like a crack. He's inside of a crack apartment. Looks like he's in an apartment looking to buy sex from a hooker or drugs from a drug dealer, and a little boy comes up to him and offers him a drink of his soda. I'm sure you've seen it. You just didn't realize it was a remake of the Mean Joe Green one, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You know, and a lot of people, you know, think that Oprah, she came out and endorsed Fetterman, and and then she came out and endorsed Beto yesterday. And I think people may have Oprah wrong. I don't think she's necessarily endorsing people. I think she's giving her picks for who's going to lose tomorrow. Fetterman and Beto. Yeah, could be. Could be. Yeah, she could just, you know, these are the losers. I'm picking them. I'm Oprah. All right, take care, Jeff. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thinking about parlay, I got a tip for you in the World Cup. You want to?
Hold on, caller. I don't gamble, but we can. Some do in our audience. You can give the tip out.
Brazil. Brazil with a saver on Argentina.
Oh, okay. Vote for Brazil. All right.
Horses.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, John Okeechobee. Did you see Pennsylvania thing where the governor was speaking, or governor's candidate was, and then a double rainbow shows up behind him?
I missed who you were talking. A governor was speaking, and there was a rainbow.
The governor candidate in Pennsylvania, the gubernatorial candidate.
Oh, really? And a rainbow came up.
Shows up.
Well, was that the endorsement from the gays? What's the significance of the rainbow?
That was an endorsement directly from.
Oh, okay. Okay, God. Okay. The rainbow, I don't know. It could have been the endorsement from the gays. You never know. All right, good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is JJ from Mass. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, JJ.
I was going to just briefly talk about this sanctimonious thing. I heard it like everybody else, and I was a little, I was puzzled at first. I'm like, there's got to be some kind of a joke, some satire. Just like right after he said that, he talked about Mike Pence, and he said, oh, Mike's doing much better than I thought he would. You know, Trump is very good at the satire. And then I figured, whatever's going on, I'm going to tune in to Steve Kane, tune in this morning, and I'll find out. And the answer was the first caller, Brian. That was talking about Nancy. You know, Nancy, I'm losing my hammer and sickle. Pelosi called us sanctimonious. And to me, that was Trump saying that was basically the MAGA king just knighted number 2.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And you know what? That thing with Pelosi, I don't know if I even saw that. It was before Paul Pelosi's 2:30 a.m. adventures became public. So I don't think enough people are familiar with it to have gotten the joke that President Trump was telling. And that's how that happened.
That between you and all the callers, that we definitely. I didn't think it would be on the first.
Yeah, I know. When you're doing a talk show and you have a mystery, you really hate it when the first caller figures it out. And you got 3 hours to go. Oh my goodness! If that was Joyce Kaufman, she would have been like, "I don't know what to do now. I got all this time, you know." But I don't know what happens. First caller gets the answer right. But I'm glad he called. I don't care. I thought that was great because it opened up a whole new thing, and we settled the whole matter before more. I don't want hours of rumors going on. I made a prediction last week that has been proven true. I told you that Nancy Pelosi, after she is reelected and is no longer Speaker, is going to resign from Congress, and it came out over the weekend. She's working on some scummy deal to resign in a few months after her reelection. She's no longer Speaker, and have her daughter appointed to the seat. Yeah, that's what she's... And there's a big fight going on in San Francisco because there's some other people that have been waiting for her to move on to take the seat. But Pelosi, I don't know what the process is. I don't know if they have to have a special election, or does her nephew, or whatever he is, the governor, appoint...
They're done. Starting tomorrow begins. I mean, this is an historical moment. Tomorrow, it is basically the end. It's the beginning of the end of the Democratic Party. I mean, they're gonna.
As we know it.
It's going to be. This is historical. 100, 200 years from now, they're going to be talking about what took place tomorrow.
This is the biggest midterm upset in history. I was talking earlier, JJ. This is the biggest midterm upset in history if things go half as well as we expect, because we're not just defeating the Democrats, we're defeating the Republican establishment at the same time. And that's massive.
Oh, that may or may not happen.
Well,
it's a separate issue.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the end to me, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The beginning of it. You know, there's going to be more.
It's the end. It'll be the end of the beginning. I like that better.
Truth. The more truth we have, which is going to happen with MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
Mass. The Democrats and their media buddies won't be able to use the propaganda to lie to everybody. People will just start.
That's right. I mean, this thing with, look what happened. Elon Musk just banned Kathy Griffin permanently from Twitter. So, I mean, it's the beginning of, oh, hey, listen, JJ, thanks for the call. Now, it's awesome. Now, I want to tell everyone, this is Christmas shopping time now. This is it. And there's no better place to do your Christmas shopping than mypillow.com. And when you use our promo code Kane, there are huge deals and savings. You can take advantage of all the specials at mypillow.com, not just the ones that I highlight, okay? You see a special there I haven't mentioned? You can take advantage of it with our promo code Kane. But in our final moment here, I just want to tell you about two of them. Right now, the MyPillow bathrobes are 50% off with the promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, at checkout. This is the lowest price ever. I have the bathrobe. My wife has the bathrobe. Last Christmas, they ran out of stock, okay? The bathrobes are popular. But, yeah, they're all in right now, all sizes and colors, both the heavy and light robe, including pink for the ladies. They make, yeah, they make, yeah, they're great. They make great, they are. They make great Christmas gifts for everyone on your Christmas gift-giving list, your spouse, your children, grandma, grandpa, your employees. 50% off the MyPillow bathrobes. I have mine right here in the radio studio, right here with me today. And also, Mike Lindell's coffee is 50% off with our promo code Kane. The My Coffee comes in whole bean, ground, and the Keurig cups, and you get a free travel MyPillow with the promo code Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. We're out of time for today. Callers on hold. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. It's the Steve Kane Show. God bless Donald Trump. Order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. We're out of time for today. Callers on hold. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. It's the Steve Kane Show. God bless Donald Trump. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, listen. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And everyone, before you go, please like the video. All right? All right. Great show today. I didn't even get to a quarter of my show prep, but I will on my podcast today, because I got some big stuff I did not get to that I will get to on the podcast, and then tomorrow will be a whole nother day, because the Democrats are imploding. And I do have the bathrobe here, by the way, just so you know. This is my MyPillow bathrobe. There's the tag, MyPillow. This is the medium heavy one, and it is. I've had this robe for over a year. It looks brand new, doesn't it? Yeah. Everything Mike Lindell makes is high quality. 50% off the MyPillow bathrobe with our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. Hey, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll talk